traditionally we all kind of perform alike.
Yeah.
Even though, and you have a real different cadence and structure. And because there is that comedy, people go to a comedy show, and in my day, you used to talk about commercials and airlines and things like. But it was always that if you didn't listen to what they were saying, there's also that rhythm, which I don't like anymore on traditional sitcoms. People are talking like they don't talk in life. So when you hear something fresh and new, it really sticks out. But again, people don't identify it as great at the beginning, I guess, like your parents.
Yeah,
but the other comics did.
Yeah, other comics just knew it was different, and that I didn't waste any time. When you tell a story, you can have 5 minutes without a laugh, and people are still interested in the story. But when you're telling little one-liners, you're kidding me.
No! We just found out that Norm MacDonald passed away. Oh, my God. I love Norm MacDonald.
He's young, and there it goes.
I don't know what to say.
Me either. That was breaking news, but you'll know now when you listen to this when we recorded it. Oh, I'm just heartbroken.
Jesus.
I love Norm. Norm is from my home country, Canada, and from my home club, Yuck Yucks. And I've worked with him many times. Do you know Norm?
Yeah, we worked together on Last Comic Standing. I took the job because I wanted to work with Norm MacDonald, and we fought every day.
You fought with him?
We not like getting, but we would joke back and forth with each other. And it took a little while for us to gel, that he would say something and I would make fun of it. And he was like, why is the host making fun of the judge? Keenan Ivory Wayans,
right.
Roseanne, they were all like, why is he being mean to us? And that was just the way I did things.
Right.
But I was thrilled to be able to work with Norm MacDonald and get to know him a little bit. Huge influence on me of just, if you believe in the joke, the audience doesn't have to necessarily.
Right.
Because you get it. Like his Weekend Update was
amazing,
legendary to me, and just one of the greatest of all time. I don't, these don't affect me that often, but this is a tough.
What does it say? I didn't read it. What did he die from? Somebody in the control. What did he pass from?
It was cancer.
Has he been sick?
Cancer?
9 years.
He's had 9 years of cancer?
I had no idea. I know he had like a heart surgery or something a while
Of
ago.
what? Cancer of what?
He kept it a secret from his family. And friends.
From what did he have cancer of?
We're looking at it right now.
Oh, my God.
So not even his family knew.
I wish I'd been nicer to him.
9 years ago. How many years ago did you do Last Comic Standing?
It feels like yesterday. It sucked so bad, but I want to say 2013, 2012, maybe. So yeah,
he already had cancer.
He was making his comeback at that point.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Norm had one of the funniest stories he ever told on the Tonight Show about his father. Do you know about his father and Bill Cosby?
No.
No, not his. He told this on the Tonight Show. He told a story. It's one of my favorite stories because it's real. Again, Bill Cosby was on SNL as a guest host when Norm was there. And he tells a story about his dad got him into comedy. Norm MacDonald's dad would sit him down. Every time there was a comedian on The Tonight Show or wherever, he would sit him down and make him watch. And they would watch Cosby together. Cosby stand up and they would laugh. That was his father and him bonding moment, and maybe the reason he got into comedy. So when Cosby was on the show, he went up and he said, Mr. Cosby, I just want to tell you that I think you're the reason I'm in comedy. You are my dad's favorite comedian, and he used to make me sit down in front of the TV and watch you, and that's what inspired me to go into comedy, but you're his favorite. And Cosby says to him, where are you from? And he goes, I'm from Ottawa, Canada. And Cosby says, I'm playing Ottawa. I'm on tour. I'm going to be playing Ottawa in 2 weeks. Give me your dad's number. I'll call him, and I'll bring him to the show. And Norm goes, that's amazing. He goes, what's his number? And he wrote down his number, and then he walked away, and he started sweating, and one of his friends said to him, what's wrong, Norm? He goes, well, I told him that story, and then once he said, I'm going to call him, I was too uncomfortable to tell him my father died 5 years ago. So I just wrote down a bullshit number, and that's it. And they go, how could you do that, Norm? 2 weeks goes by. Norm is sitting in his office. They get a call. They said, Norm, Bill Cosby is on line 2. This is 2 weeks later. And he picks up the phone and he goes, listen, I'm in Ottawa and your dad's not answering. They said that this number is disconnected that you gave me. What is his number? And I can't remember for the life of me the end of the story, but Norm was stuck on the phone and he didn't want to say, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you that he's dead. Like at what point do you kind of break this to Bill Cosby? It was one of the funniest, real, uncomfortable, and that kind of comedy is the kind of comedy that when people are uncomfortable. And when Norm MacDonald told that real life story, it's really funny, but oh my God, his father's dead. He's in a, it's
How
like.
do you get out of that? Yeah.
Yeah, there was no way.
Was there an ending?
I can't remember the ending, and I wasn't prepared for this story, and I remember I hear it a lot. I'm just kind of bowled over by the loss of somebody younger than me, too.
That made me think of a Norm MacDonald story he had told about having Rodney Dangerfield on SNL. He was just going to come and do a weekend update, a little bit about not getting respect. And Norm had an assistant who just had one joke he told. It's an off-color joke. I'll tell it anyway. He said a gay guy goes to his roommate. He says, hey, I'm going to hide, and if you can find me, I'll suck your dick. And he goes, well, what if I can't find you? And he goes, I'll be behind the couch. And he told that to everyone. And he has the assistant. He's like, tell Rodney the joke. And he tells Rodney the joke, and Rodney doesn't laugh at all. And he goes, I got to tell you, kid, I'm not much for jokes. And Norm thought that was the Rodney Dangerfield, like Mr. Joke.
I know.
We'd be like, I'm not much for jokes.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I love the stories. I cannot believe.
61.
So young, but he's been sick for 9 years and nobody knew.
Great.
See, this is a well-oiled machine.
No, listen, I'd say no to podcasts all the time. I would not be here if I didn't respect the hell out of you and, of course, your dad
That means
as well.
That means a lot.
And want to do this. I just can't believe I came here to find out Norm MacDonald died. Like that's
God.
That's a gut punch.
It really is a gut punch, and it kind of, I'll be totally honest with you, it is a gut punch that kind of brought my mood down because, he is somebody, and even doubly because to not know that he was sick, I feel like I would have wanted to be there for him, or at least, but maybe that it's his choice.
Yeah, I mean, he talked about death a lot, and that I'm sure he went out the way that he wanted to. I'm thinking about the assholes in the booth over there who were like, let's flash this on the screen during a podcast.
Yeah, who was the asshole?
That was Rich. That was for sure Rich.
Was that
Yeah.
you?
It was like, this will be
Alex?
Yeah, no, we thought you might want to talk about it or get it up like this week because it means a lot to the comedy world.
Yeah, surprise us with that and let us react in real time. That's great.
Oh my God, that is a gut punch. We love you, Norm. We love your comedy. He was a good human being. He was somebody that I think we're all going to miss.
100%. I mean, one of the greatest of all time. And
he really is.
This only like solidifies his legacy. I think that people will.
I thought he was really treated unfairly at SNL when he was fired. There was no reason to fire him.
I think he pushed the buttons that he knew that if he kept doing this, he was going to get fired. It was all the OJ jokes. But I think he went out on his own terms, and I think that's kind of what made him a legend. The fact that he never had the huge hit sitcom, he didn't become Seinfeld, I think added to his legend. That I think he had an amazing career, and his comedy output is unparalleled. That he'll never be forgotten.
This place is nice. What the hell are you doing? Checking for electric eyes. What's for electric eyes?
I also forget how poetic he is.
Yeah.
With Norm, I didn't know him that well in the 90s. And then when my dad died, I had to do a movie with Norm. I tried everything to get out of that movie because I was inconsolable. And I couldn't get out of it. And working with him was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. It was like he was the right guy at the right time.
Freeze! You're under arrest. Details are sketchy.
I was inconsolable.
Did he talk to you about your dad a lot? Or what did he do?
Never came up. He just made me laugh.
Yeah, right.
He just, and it was, wistful and musing. And Norm is, he never knew he was setting something up or not. We were just hanging out, and all of a sudden it'd be like this punchline out of nowhere. But,
Dinner time, dog!
No! They got me eating kibble! Ah, what is that? Oh, is that urine?
It started to become like a work was like a church I go to. Like I couldn't wait to get to work and just hang around this guy. And I knew he was special.
Yeah.
And I've known people for years and years that didn't make me laugh as much as he did in that 8 or 10 weeks. So he's like a real special person to me. And the way he's funny, I just never seen someone get at it like that.
What's the note in your hand?
What'd you do that for?
I was scared.
The last time I saw him was at the Comedy Store, and he was uncharacteristically emotional.
Yeah.
Like when we parted company, he was. And there's a picture of me and him and like the back of Chris Rock's head. I put it in my special. That picture that's in the end of the closer was the last time that I saw him. And he stood there. He came up, he stood behind me. I looked, he looked up, and I realized he was posing for the picture in hindsight. Like a gift.
That's nice.
It was a very fitting goodbye. Remember the day before the lockdown, Norm had some set that went viral. It was a cookie jar dunk. Like it was, I remember like me and my buddies in Ohio were all like, yo, did you see this Norm MacDonald set? It was on YouTube, probably still on there.
I wasn't going to talk about the coronavirus. But on the way here, I got really ill. It's funny that we all now know how we're going to die. It's just a matter of what order at this point. I went to the Costco and everybody trying to buy shit and everything. Like the end of the world. And I'm like, anything? And they go, you gotta make yours. I'm like, I don't know how to make Purell. Oh, I can't touch my fucking face. Remember the good old days when washing your hands didn't take 3 hours? Like A, B, C, D. Just take me now.
He destroyed. And he even
right. At the Improv, right, when he talked about the pandemic.
It was a
incredible
cookie jar dunk. And you could tell it was off the rip. And it was all that, all the anxiety that the day before the whole world goes into lockdown.
Yeah.
And he was just on some fuck it. And it felt so good. Again, it made me feel like everything's gonna be fine.
So the mind never wanders too far from, like I'll be talking about all kinds of horse shit up here tonight, but every moment I'll be thinking of this disease. Just to let you know. Just getting away from you guys a little bit more. Oh, God damn. I can taste the baby laxative in this fucking cocaine. But it was a good idea you made. It was a good choice tonight to come out and sit beside total strangers. At least I might be here. I can run, At least I can flee when I see it.
Today there was a story about Dave Chappelle released a special on Netflix today.
Oh, he did today?
Yeah. And there's a joke in there where he says that it was okay what Kevin Spacey did to Anthony Rapp because Anthony Rapp grew up to be gay anyway. And he went on to say it's actually not okay, but he's taking some heat for it. Do you think it's right or wrong for him to say something like that? Do you think it's okay to say? Or what do you think?
I think Chappelle's the greatest comedian.
Yeah. You said something that reminded me of, I don't know what story he was telling me, but the story was, in the beginning of the story, he's telling me he used to go to this Christian revival church. And he goes, I didn't really believe any of this stuff. I go, then why'd you go? And I love what he said. I don't even remember what he was talking about. He goes, because it made me feel good.
So this is where the old bitch sleeps, huh?
Do you remember that Star Search bit he used to do? The scaffolding in the bit was always the same, but I'd never seen him do it the same twice. And he would just make up these crazy Star Search intros. Star Search. This next band's been kicking around the Miami area for the last 15 years. Give it up for overnight sensation, he'd say. And he would do that, like he had a million of them. And I'd seen him do the bit a bunch of times, never the same. The lyric, the scaffolding was the same, the lyrics always changed.
And Star Search, you ever watch that? That's my favorite show, you know? Especially the junior dance category, that's my favorite, you know? And Ed McMahon always introduces them there, you know? Hot property! You know, they come out and they're dancing. Too cute for you! You know, and you don't even see junior dancers anywhere else. You know, that's the only show that you ever see them, you know? You know, it's never like you go, hey, honey, what do you want to do tonight? Maybe catch a movie, get a beer or something down at the bar, or, hey, I know, what about that new club down there where they got the 6-year-olds dancing? Maybe we could go down there. I understand Hot Property's going to be there tonight, you know? I've never seen them live. I've only seen them on TV. But I love Stars. They always name their groups like that in Star Search, too. Right? Hot Property and The Next Big Thing and stuff like that, you know? As if that helps, you know? So I was like, and now, this next band has been kicking around the Boca Raton area for the last 16 years. Now, America, say hello to Overnight Success! Then it always looks bad when they lose, you know. It's always, well, another tough decision for the judges. Our challengers, Overnight Success, receive 1.25 stars. And where do they get the judges on that show? Do you ever see the judges on Star Search? You know, they always kind of got those lame credentials there, you know, kind of suspicious, you know. So I was like, and now it's time to meet our judges. The president of Tri-Media Artists. He represents such stars as Meadowlark Lemon. Okay, thanks a lot, folks.
If any of you wish to be a comedian, study Sticks and Stones, a comedy special from the Peerless One. If you don't consider Chappelle funny, you are wrong. If you are a comedian who does not see that he is the best we have, quit. I used to think Dave Chappelle was the next Pryor. Now I think he's the next MLK. Very proud to count you as a friend, Dave.
On Larry King Now, the hilarious Norm MacDonald.
So I said, oh, I'll trick them and write a novel and call it a memoir.
So do I believe it or not believe it?
It's not facts, but it's truth, if that makes any sense.
No.
Maybe he doesn't want to be president of the United States as much as he wants to be the president of whatever room he's playing that night, which I can understand as a stand-up comedian, which maybe you can understand, because you go and you speak, and it's aphrodisiacal.
What brought you down, gambling?
Well, some have said it's been the ruin of me, Larry.
The ruin?
But I don't. But I did go broke twice, and I must say that it was a very cleansing feeling in a way.
Plus, what do you sing in the shower?
Willie the Wandering Gypsy and Me by Waylon Jennings.
You're a little weird, you know. What characteristic?
Liking country music doesn't
No,
make
that's
you
a
weird.
characteristic.
You have put me in a shower singing. You're the guy that did it.
All next on Larry King Now. Welcome to Larry King Now. He's one of the best. Norm MacDonald, comedian, writer, producer, named by Comedy Central as one of the 100 greatest stand-ups of all time, and many others would say he is the greatest. Norm's new memoir is Norm MacDonald, based on a true story. It has been met with critical acclaim as a New York Times bestseller, maybe a Pulitzer winner, and most importantly, he's a longtime favorite of this show. Norm MacDonald. Sonny Bunch, who I don't know, writing in the Wall Street Journal about this book, said, based on a true story isn't really a memoir, as the cover claims. It's closer to a novel, a Russian tragic comedy, perhaps Dostoevsky by the way of 30 Rockefeller Center. What did Sonny Bunch mean by that?
I don't know. I think your reading bleeds into your writing. Just as anything in your life that you consume bleeds into what you produce. So, you know, perhaps there were broadcasters that you watched when you were young.
Yes.
And maybe they're now part of you. I'm a great reader of Russian literature and have been since a child.
Why were you so enamored of Russian literature?
Well, because it's bleak, you know? And because I grew up in a sort of bleak area, a rural area of Canada.
You grew up poor like I did?
Dirt poor, yeah.
Dirt poor.
But now I'm happy that I did. You know what I mean? Because I can enjoy that I'm not anymore.
Is this your first book?
Yes, sir.
What led to writing it?
Well, I always wanted to write a novel, you know, but I knew that I never could because it would just be a novel by a celebrity. So then someone approached me to write a celebrity memoir. So I said, oh, I'll trick them and write a novel and call it a memoir. Like it's called a memoir on the book, but that's like saying
a novel?
Confessions of a killer, but it's not really Confessions.
Is this a novel?
This is a novel, yeah. It's not a memoir.
So do I believe it or not believe it?
Well, it's not facts, but it's truth, if that makes any sense. Okay. So you could either look at your life as a series of facts, or you could look at it more overarchingly as a truth, which is very easy for me because I'm a person of faith. I know that you are not. So maybe with you it would be more difficult to find a larger truth that belies all the...
But I will still enjoy it.
I think you will.
Without getting the larger truth.
Oh, of course, yeah. It's written to be read, and it's very, very funny, you know.
Well, you're very funny.
Oh, thank you. But I read it. I always think the best writing is when a person is speaking to you and that they understand everything you say. I'm not a fan of big words.
Did you dictate it or write it?
No, I did not dictate it. I mean, I read it out loud, though, often to myself after, because I think it only works if it's read aloud. I read aloud personally. I can't read faster than I can read aloud.
Louis C.K., who writes the foreword to this book, says, "The thing that drives me nuts about Norm is the powerful simplicity of his style. Norm has a beguiling humility that sneaks up and grabs you by the throat."
That's nice too.
Yeah, you've always had that.
Well, I've never been like a powerhouse stand-up that stalks the stage and preaches or anything like that, because I don't feel I have anything to say. I feel that life, I guess my overall feeling is life is sort of absurd. It's absurd where I am. Don't you ever wake up, Larry, and feel it's absurd where you are in life?
The whole thing is weird.
The whole thing, yeah.
What kind of stand-up did you do?
I still do stand-up.
I know, but I haven't seen yet.
Yeah. Well, I started to do stand-up. You know who's changed me in stand-up was Sam Kinison, because I was doing stand-up when I began strictly to get on television. So I go, what can I do about a cat or a dog? And then I met Sam Kinison, and he told me, you can talk about anything you want. You don't have to talk about losing your luggage at the airport. You can if you want, if it interests you. So I will talk in my stand-up, my entire stand-up set will just be about one thing. So I did a special, and it was all about death, my fear of death.
I have that too.
Which you have, I know. Yes.
But you have belief.
Yes, so but it doesn't. But it's a shaky faith. You know what I mean? There's nothing in my Christianity that says I'm better than anyone else. It says the exact opposite. That I'm just like my friend Billy Joe Shaver, an old country singer. He says, I'm just a whole chunk of coal, but I'm going to be a diamond someday. And that's why I love that line.
Yeah, well, I have a fear of not existing.
Yes. But you know, the writer Nabokov said that he saw a picture one time, and it was a picture of before he was born. And it was a picture of his mother with his brother and sister that were older than him, but he had not been born yet. And he said when he saw that picture, there was no terror in him, even though he was looking at a picture where he didn't exist.
But he didn't know anything, so.
Right, he didn't, but looking at that picture didn't terrify him that he didn't exist. So he said, it won't terrify me afterwards.
Because I won't know.
Yeah, because
but
you won't die.
But the knowing that I won't know.
No, that's
what
right.
drives me. Of course, I know I won't know. So.
Yeah. No, if you were a dog or a cat.
Here we go.
They got it all figured out.
Well, Martin Short said, when you slept last night, you could have been dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you didn't wake up this morning, how would you know?
Well, that's true, sir. And you know, nowadays I've been looking into this, maybe to allay your fears. Nowadays, my doctor tells me, they can put you to sleep, and you go to sleep, and 2 weeks later, you don't wake up. But you don't wake up at all. But 2 weeks later, your heart stops. But you can go to sleep for 2 weeks and not have to endure howling anguish and pain or anything like that.
No cancer, nothing.
It's all gone.
Our guest is the one and only Norm MacDonald. Truly, there's nothing like him. We're talking
This
money
has been hysterical so far.
and the dangers of being called the best. We hope we haven't depressed you. When we come back, we'll talk about major mental illness. Stay with us. We're back with Norm MacDonald. A runaway bestseller will be Norm MacDonald, based on a true story, a memoir. You had a very poor childhood. Do you bring that to your comedy? Do you bring that to based on a true story?
Yeah, in my book I talk about it because I was nothing. When you're really poor, you don't expect anything of yourself, and you're happy with any measure of success. And it's only as you get more successful that you start to envy, and you know what I mean? And especially in this town, I always think, because you look at people that have more money and success than you do that maybe aren't as talented as you are, Larry. But you're comparing. You shouldn't be comparing. You should just go, well, if I was 20 years old, would I take where I am now? And then of course you would. I mean, I feel I would, at least. So,
don't you feel successful?
Yes, because I'm not a furnace of ambition or anything where I've met people like when I was at Saturday Night Live, I was just happy to be at Saturday Night Live. When I did my first Letterman, I was happy to do my first Letterman. I never had my one foot in and one foot out. I was never thinking of the next step, I never had a grand career arc, yeah.
What brought you down, gambling?
Well, some have said it's been the ruin of me, Larry.
The ruin?
But I don't.
What did you gamble on?
I gambled on sports. And I will tell you this, you should never bet football because the ball ain't round. I keep telling people this. And so the ball hits and then it does all kinds of crazy things and you don't know. You want to bet on a game with a round ball. Anyways, I quit. I don't know why I'm even saying this. But I did go broke twice. And I must say that it was a very cleansing feeling in a way.
Cleansing?
Yeah.
Well, when you went broke, you had to make money again, right?
Yeah.
Because you had to go broke twice.
Yeah, that's
Why did
true.
you go back to gambling after you made money, knowing that you went broke?
Well, it's
That's
like
insanity.
On a grander scale, though. How does Donald Trump lose $900 million? It's because he has the guts to make the gamble. You know what I mean? Now, most people, I think, if they got to $3 billion or $4 billion or whatever Mr. Trump is worth, would just sit on it. But he's willing to throw the dice, you know what I mean?
And then also take it off his income tax and not pay income tax when he makes money.
Yeah, but that's illegal. Well, Mr. Trump is a friend of yours.
Yes.
I think you would, I know him casually. I've never seen from the man in my meetings with him any trace of racism.
No.
Any trace of malice.
So what do you make of his campaign, which has traces of racism and traces of malice?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if he's obviously playing some sort of character,
He's got a part here. The part is he's running for president.
Yes, exactly. And so I don't know whether to be afraid or not. You know what I mean? There have been in this country times when people like Huey Long or somebody like that came along, that raised a little terror in people. But I think personally our democracy is bulletproof to any sort of any chance at fascism, and I don't think Donald Trump even is going that way. But if people are afraid of that, I think our democracy denies that.
Do you think he's demagogic? That's not a word, is it?
Demagogic? Yeah, that's a word. Well, I guess by dictionary definition he is, because he's, I think maybe the ruin of Donald Trump will be this addiction to playing the halls. You know what I mean? That maybe he doesn't want to be president of the United States as much as he wants to be the president of whatever room he's playing that night, which I can understand as a stand-up comedian, which maybe you can understand because you go and you speak.
Yeah. And
it's aphrodisiacal, to get in front of these people and have...
It's the biggest high of all.
It's amazing.
And they laugh. That's right?
Absolutely.
There's no bigger joy. So when he gets the applause, that's enough.
I think that's what he loves. I don't know if he wants to be president. What I don't think he'll win. I think he will start a giant television network.
Yeah, him and Roger Ailes.
And Larry King, maybe.
The Trump Network.
The Trump Network.
And how about Norm MacDonald with comedy specials weekly?
I would be your apprentice on the Trump Network.
What's the biggest risk Norm has taken? We'll find out. And about the future of the last comic standing.
Oh, yeah.
The book is based on a true story. It's Norm MacDonald, a memoir. We'll be right back. We're back with Norm MacDonald. You're going to love this book. I can't wait to get it. Just breezing through it. It's based on a true story. It's a memoir. So it's a novel, but it's not a novel. It's an American Dostoevsky.
That's high praise, but that's what people have said.
You recently said of Trump, by the way, you've got to be able to apologize and you've got to be able to say you're wrong. You have to have some humility. Why doesn't he seem to have that?
I don't know.
I know him and I don't know.
I mean, maybe...
Did you try to take a picture with him and he snubbed you?
Well, it was a kind of a funny thing. I was on the Jimmy Fallon show, and I was watching it. He was the first guest, and people, were the next day saying that Jimmy was too easy, as if Jimmy's Douglas Edwards or something. He's just a guy, just a kid that loves everybody. So he's not gonna. He may have lost his chance to, moderate Meet the Press, but I don't think that was ever his goal. But so Donald came. I was only a couple minutes between when one guest leaves and the other comes in. So I was in the hall with him. He was with the Secret Service, and he knows me, So I said, Donald, a picture, and he goes, I love this guy, and he's talking to a Secret Service guy. He goes, I love this guy. I'll take a picture, just 1 minute. And he turned around, and then he walked to the elevator and got on it. So, I did make a few comments about him, and I haven't spoken to him since then. And I always wonder, oh gosh, I hope he didn't read those comments and like his humility, because I do think that humility is a huge important thing for a person to have, maybe one of the most important.
Well, everybody will be humble sometime.
One day, absolutely.
You're not a big fan of Hillary's, are you?
Right. No, I don't like
Why
Hillary.
don't you like Hillary?
I don't like her anyway. Well, because I think she's the most corrupt person that we've ever had in the White House. I mean, there's so many terrible things that she's done that we forget. But there was one that, I don't know why this was swept under the rug, but she went into the IRS and looked at political enemies' tax returns.
Nixon did that.
Yeah, well, absolutely Nixon did that. Yeah, she's a Nixonian
figure. You know that Hillary did that?
Well, as much as I know anything. I mean, this was reported, and it was a thing for a very short time because the news cycles go so quickly, and maybe nowadays, Nixon, Watergate would have just been a Friday night story that would have disappeared on Monday.
You were a big hit as a judge on Last Comic Standing. What was that like for you to judge other comics?
It was not a lot of fun, It
was not?
No, because you're not supposed to judge people, But that was my task, so I took it seriously, and I tried to help the comedians. What I tried to do is help them tell them, just because I've been a comedian for 30 years, not because I'm better than them, but I am better than them, but just because of the thousands of hours I've done stand-up. So what I try to do is just offer them advice, try to help their jokes, try to tell them to quit and not do comedy ever again, you know, because I think that's sometimes good advice. I don't think follow your dreams is always the best thing.
So your dreams may be nightmares.
Thank God for unanswered dreams, Larry.
As a comedian, how do you work past the idea that when you're on tour and you're telling the same jokes night after night, do you still get the same kick out of it?
Yeah. Well, I don't tell the same jokes night after night.
Changed.
Oh, yeah. I haven't done very many. I've only done one stand-up special. Now, other guys have done 50. But I was influenced in this by Jay Leno, who, when I started, was the top
great
comedian,
stand-up.
Like Elvis, you know.
So, Jay Leno.
He never did a stand-up special. There is no HBO special of Jay Leno, which is surprising. But he explained to me why, because he has his jokes, and he had amortized it out, that his jokes were worth so much, you know, a piece over a year, you know, 50,000 to 100,000.
But
and he wasn't going to do a special.
When you see him in person, though, he's a great monologist. On television, it can find him. He stalks the stage, runs his hands through his hair, and he's funny.
Very funny. And I've seen at the Improv, you know, like Jerry Seinfeld will come in, get huge applause. You know, they always get 5 minutes applause before they speak. And then he does his stand-up, and he does okay. You know what I mean? But he just stands there. But then, like you say, Leno will come in, and he's like Bruce Springsteen. You know what I mean? He gives it all. And
rapid fire, too.
Yeah, so funny and so giving to the audience. And you talk about humility. There's a guy with grand humility for having possessed such a high job.
We're going to play a little game of If You Only Knew, Norm.
If you only knew.
Don't panic.
Okay.
Childhood celebrity crush.
You mean a girl? No, is that what it means?
Yeah.
Oh, it was...
Yeah, was there like an actress you...
Oh, of course, yes, Anne Margaret.
Still
not
around. Bad.
Yeah. You like Anne Margaret?
Who doesn't?
I like the old-timey, you know? I like the old-timey curves on a lady.
And the way she danced.
Oh.
Biggest risk you've ever taken?
I think it was with gambling. I bet everything I had once.
What was the most you ever bet on an event?
$400,000.
Who was it on?
Atlanta Falcons against the Denver Broncos, 1990.
Who was favored?
The Broncos were favored by something like 12.5 points.
You took Atlanta.
I took the money line that paid 3 to 1 or something like that, and lost.
Do you get depressed when you lost?
Oh yeah, you can fall into depression. That's why I quit gambling, really. There's too much anxiety and too much depression, and all for nothing at the end.
Something you wish you were better at?
I wish I was better at being kind to people, I guess.
What do you sing in the shower?
Willie the Wandering Gypsy and Me by Waylon Jennings.
You're a little weird, you know. What characteristic?
Liking country music doesn't make
that's
you weird.
Characteristic.
You have put me in a shower singing. You're the guy that did it.
Characteristic you value most in others?
Well, generosity and kindness.
And what about what do you admire most in yourself?
The times that I exhibit those qualities that I exhibit too rarely, generosity and kindness.
You write in your memoir that your dad told great jokes.
Yes.
You have a favorite quick joke of your dad's?
Oh, yes. He said, the old fella, that's how he would talk. Sometimes he would go, try to think of the guy's name. He'd go, there's a fella named, what was his name? I go, it doesn't matter. So he goes, the fella, Bill, and he couldn't remember. So he went to the doctor to get memory pills, and they worked. And then his friend come over. Elmer, he says, what were those memory pills you got? I want to get them. What are they called? Oh, Elmer says, I can't remember. He says, what's the name of that flower? The other guy goes, I don't know. There's lots of flowers. A tulip? No, Elmer says, that's not it. It's, you put it in a carnation. No, Elmer says, that's not it. Long-stemmed, romantic flower. Oh, a rose. Yes, Elmer says. Rose. What was the name of that medication the doctor gave me?
That's a great joke. What makes you angry?
I don't like I don't like people that treat people under them badly and kiss up to people that are above them.
Kiss ass.
Kiss ass, yeah.
Who would you trade places with for a day?
I guess Donald Trump.
Just for the money, or?
Yeah, just to know what it is to live in a palace and have thousands of people beat each other up.
And Melania?
And Melania gets thrown in the deal too.
What's something people don't know about you?
I'm a deeply closeted gay guy.
No kidding.
Well, I'm not coming out though.
Wait a minute. What are you revealing here today?
I'm not revealing anything. I'm saying I'm deeply closeted.
Well, that means you're gay.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Why would I say that? I'm deeply closeted.
No, but that means you're very, very gay, but you don't want to come out. You're so closeted.
That I refuse to say I'm gay.
Right.
Exactly.
But doesn't that mean you're gay?
Hey, easy, buddy.
Oh, this book will reveal much. Norm MacDonald's based on a true story, a memoir. We can't wait to get on this. When we come back...
It's all in the book.
You asked, he's answering. Norm will tackle some of your many social media questions after the break. Back with Norm MacDonald, the book. We'll show it again. Based on a true story, a memoir. Louis C.K. wrote the Indian. All right, here's some social media questions for the great Norm MacDonald. Gina loves hugs. That's her mock.
Gina loves hugs.
What's your favorite joke bit? What is there something that makes you laugh all the time?
A joke?
A joke or a skit or a thought, anything that makes you just...
Well, you know who always makes me laugh is the comedy team Bob and Ray.
Me too.
Oh, really?
I used to go watch them work.
You saw them live?
Oh, I sure did. I interviewed Bob. I would go, they would let me in because I always wanted to be in radio. So I was go to these radio, and they'd let me in and watch them do the voices.
Yeah.
Oh, they're the best.
Incredible.
Wally Ballou.
Yes, Lee Ballou, because they cut the first part out. But Ray Goulding, I loved because he had that broadcaster voice, like that Ed McMahon, voice, but they do comedy.
Our organization, Bob and Ray, is the SLTA.
SLTA. What does that stand for?
The slow talkers.
Slow talkers of America.
Of
America.
America. At GPU Meatball wants to know what you'd like to be remembered for.
I think I'd like to be, I think I wrote this book to be remembered by the book. I think I'll probably write 3 more books in my life and probably be most remembered as an author in my second life.
Good Bar CA asks what it's like to be a Christian conservative comedian.
Yes, well, I'm not.
Are you that?
No, sir, I'm not.
Then why did he ask that?
I don't know that. Well, I'll tell you why, because they've sometimes labeled me that. Because, I have opinions that don't fit into either party. So sometimes they'll hear it and they'll call you a conservative because they like to say things like that. But I'm not conservative.
Are you Christian?
And I'm on a journey, a spiritual journey, let's say that. I believe there's a God, but I'm unsure of his nature. So I consult a rabbi often because they're the people that know the Bible the best. And so I've had my time, I've had more time with Judaism than with any other religion. So
that's my religion.
That's your religion of birth, but you don't believe in anything.
I don't believe in anything.
But I will say this about the Jewish people, that I love that they live by their beliefs, whereas some Christians, it's just do what you want and get forgiven.
Yeah.
I kind of prefer the living day-to-day rituals and beliefs.
What always grabbed me about Christianity was how Mary convinced Joseph. I don't even have to finish the sentence. How did Mary do? Anyway.
Well, that kid must have been pretty special. know, listen, if 3 people show up to your house, one of them has gold.
Myrrh.
Guy has myrrh. You know, you're like, you don't even know what it is. And so you say, listen, the guy with the frankincense and the myrrh, you could beat it. The guy with the gold,
come on in.
Come on in, we can talk.
Oblivious1 tweets, I would love hearing anything about Norm's amazing gambling run in Atlantic City.
Oh, yes, that's what happened. A friend of mine is very smart said, I've been very lucky with gambling. I've never won. And it was a very profound thing, you know what I mean? Because if you never win, you don't get hooked. But I had a big win. So I was a casual gambler, you know, would go and bet $25 on blackjack. I hit a craps table, I went on a gigantic run, won, you know, 6 figures, and ever since then, you can't go back. You know what I mean? If you win that much money, you can't go back to $25 bets.
Over 100,000.
Yeah. Just over.
Did you get a little nervous walking out with the cash?
I was afraid. I didn't know you were allowed to win that much. So at the craps table, I kept putting the chips in my pocket, you know, because this guy was rolling for, I don't know the game. And I put money down, and then I only had $100. I just put it down, and then I won. And the guy said, you want to press it? And then I didn't want to look stupid. I go, what do you think? So the guy pressed it. He pressed every bet. And anyways, all of a sudden, they were just handing me huge amounts of money. Yeah, I got scared. I started pocketing it. And then I remember at the end, I go, man, I must have won $15,000. And the guy goes, you won a hell of a lot more than that, fella. And I went, and it was Atlantic City. They don't escort you to your car or anything
Vegas
like that.
They do.
Yeah, you just drive into hell. When you get out of that casino, just every sign says, we'll buy your gold from your teeth. You know, it was horrible.
Dr. L. Cartman wants to know how you feel about the name Norm. Would you change it?
Yes.
Why? You don't like Norm?
Don't like it. I have a sort of a theory that your name maybe contributes to your self-worth or your self-esteem, because it's the way you see it in popular culture. You know. Now, Norm, when I was young, very young, there was a guy on Peyton Place that Chris Connolly played, Norman. You know, and he was kind of like a deeply closeted man. And then there was Norman Bates, Norm from Cheers. They were all fools or deeply closeted homosexuals. Norman, where are you? Starring
That was
Red
a funny
Fox.
play.
Yeah. So
Norman, is that you?
Norman, is that you?
That was a funny play.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's the punchline of that play.
And he's gay.
Yeah.
So anyways, you know, you see enough of these deeply closeted gay guys named Norm, all of a sudden you go, wait a second, am I deeply closeted?
In fact, you admitted earlier in this interview that you are.
I admitted that I was deeply closeted, but I will never admit I'm gay.
So you're deeply closeted about what?
Being gay.
Thanks very much, Norm.
Yes, sir.
So much insight.
It's all
You'll
in the
get
book.
more when you read the book. Thanks to my guest, Norm Macdonald. Norm Macdonald, based on a true story, is available now. And as always, you can find me on Twitter at King's Things. And I'll see you next time.
Always a pleasure to be on your show.
Always great to have you.
The master.
Words are droll, sarcastic, controversial, hilarious. Well, those are some of the words that are used to describe Norm Macdonald's character on his sitcom, Norm. But as you will see in this clip, people may think twice before they use the words smooth or charming. Take a look.
Hey, Lori. Hey, look, I can see your underwear there.
You're supposed to see them.
Yeah, that's a little desperate, isn't it?
I'm playing tennis with Shelley.
You're playing tennis with Shelley?
Yeah.
Hey, I have an idea that would even be more fun for you. If I played tennis with Shelley, while you, I don't know what you do, who cares?
And in spite of that, please welcome Norm Macdonald.
All right, what's up, man?
Okay, Norm, you're Canadian.
Yes, I am.
So what do you think of this whole presidential mess?
Well, I hope that the Democrats don't steal the election from the winner, you know, but who knows?
You like George Bush, don't you?
I love George Bush, man. He's a good man, decent, you know, none of this. He's, you know, he's not a liar, a crook, murderer, or anything like that. So it'd be good to get the. See, I think we should get the homicide out of the White House and get like a fresh start, because we don't want any more murderers.
I think we should just go on to the next question.
Oh.
Who are the murderers?
Yeah.
Oh, Clinton, he murdered a guy.
Yeah, you know, we're not allowed to, you're not allowed to put out no accusations without.
That's a little too far.
That's the way it doesn't work.
Let's just go on to the next question.
Yeah.
This is not my week. What can I tell you?
Oh, it's not mine either, and I'm being very nice, okay? Be a good boy. Now, Norm.
Do you never hear that?
No. Listen, we don't need to talk about that.
I don't want to get into this, and I don't want to hear it, and this is not the place to make those accusations, and you're supposed to be funny. Let's get on to the next question. So get with it.
There you go.
This is a live show.
Not for nothing, Norm, but you have been properly chastised by Barbara, so I'm now going to ask the next question.
I thought it was a matter of record.
Shut up.
Shut up. Look,
Okay.
let me do this, okay?
I'll tell you what's a matter of record. You will not be invited back if you don't shut up. All right, now. Let's talk football.
All right, manslaughter.
Let's talk football.
Norm, did you ever hear the word?
The phone is ringing.
I certainly hope that's somebody calling to tell you to go home.
Oh, no.
Dude, you got a phone ringing.
Oh.
Answer the phone.
Hello? Oh, yeah. Oh, no. The thing is this. You know Matt Strauss?
Yeah, the producer.
The producer. He told me it would be funny. He said, like, why don't you carry a cell phone on and then let it ring and then pretend like there's a guy on it?
Is there anybody on it?
No, it's a thing. Pretend.
You know what, Norm? You're a dead man.
Here, you talk to him now.
You know what, Barbara? You know what you said about rage and work?
Give this man a plate of soup and tell him to shut up.
Norm,
all right, then. Let's see.
Norm.
What?
Okay, listen, Norm, listen. Not only have you annoyed us, but I've read that you have actually annoyed one of your idols. Who is that?
Oh, the great Bill Cosby.
Yeah, what'd you do?
Oh, my God, I love that guy. He's my hero, you know, just like you, maybe George or Bill Clinton would be your hero. I love.
There's no stopping you, is there?
No, you seem to like Bill Clinton.
Really? And this man leads into our show on Friday night.
I know.
It's all right, his career's over after this anyway, who cares? Go ahead, Norm.
No, Bill Clinton, who's a great man, obviously. You know, everybody has their opinions, right?
Mm-hmm. Are you moving along?
No,
You're
Bill
going to get to the point.
Cosby.
Cosby.
Oh, God. Cosby.
What's in that coffee? What are you drinking in there?
Now, Bill Cosby is a great man, first of all. There has never been any accusations toward Bill Cosby about any...
Will you just tell us what you did for Bill Cosby?
Oh, I met him. I opened for him at a club, and he was a great man, you know. He's my hero of all time. You know how funny Bill Cosby is,
Yeah,
right?
so get to the point. I'm going past menopause. Make the point. Let's go.
Not everything has a point.
We are learning that, okay? All right, Norm, you want to finish the story, or shall I ask you the next thing?
Well, the Bill Cosby thing is this.
Dear God.
I met Bill Cosby. We're all fans of Bill Cosby, right, Barbara?
Yeah.
What? Yes. Why don't we talk about the millionaire?
Oh, yeah, you know what? Tonight, Norm and I...
please. I like Bill Cosby. Let's talk about the millionaire.
Norm MacDonald and I are on The Millionaire tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Well, tell him about that, how you thought he's dumb today. Where do you see him tonight? Come on, Norm. Tell him, Norm.
People always told me Hollywood was like incredibly liberal of bias, and I thought it was untrue. But
You want to talk about the millionaire?
Yes, I do.
You have 10 seconds to talk about the millionaire.
Don't tell how much.
Don't tell him what I won?
No.
Oh.
You're not allowed to tell anything like that.
Well, what are you trying to ask him then?
I don't know.
Okay.
He doesn't answer anything anyway.
All right. Okay, so he's on The Millionaire tonight, and he's on Friday nights, and
on Monday, his taxes will be audited.
So he's on Friday nights at 9. He's on The Millionaire at 9. You can play along at home on Enhanced TV. You are a number. I have never met anything like you. We will be right back.
All right, everybody, we're back. Ladies and gentlemen, for the last 5 seasons, my next guest has played Allison Parker, one of the many dysfunctional but gorgeous residents of Melrose Place. Please welcome Courtney Thorne-Smith. Norm, you're sick, and you're all over her like a bear rug. Just leave her alone.
No, you know, because before, during the commercial, I was saying I had a huge crush on her.
Yeah.
And then you said you did, too.
I said I did. When you were on Day by Day, I developed this big crush on you, and this whole talk show is a scheme to get you here.
I liked her when she was on the Tomorrow Show with Tom Snyder. Not the Tomorrow Show, but the Later Show.
He says to me in the break,
You have no idea who I am.
Yeah, no, I know from that show, that's all.
He says to me, "Oh, I really like her. I saw her. I really think she's great. I really have a crush on her." And I said, "Where, you saw her at Melrose Place?" He said, "No, I was watching Tom Snyder, and she was on, and she was a great guest." And I said, "Wait a minute, that's the show that's opposite our show. Why weren't you watching our show, pal?"
Because I wasn't on it that night.
All right, no, stay. We have exciting stuff to talk about. You've been on this show, Melrose Place, for 5 years.
For 5 years.
And now you're leaving. Why are you leaving?
It's time. You know? I mean, how many times
feel
do you
like
be
Oprah.
fired, rehired, drunk, sober?
I understand.
know.
I
Thank
understand.
you.
Yes, I see. You mean you got tired of, because they had your character pretty much go insane, go through all these really weird...
Allison has been through so much. I was sexually harassed, carjacked, had an affair with a married man who then tried to rape me and then shot himself while on the phone with me. I was drunk, sober. While getting sober, though, I got to have an affair.
Did he do all that
with
stuff
David
while on the
Elliott.
phone with you, or
Jag
just
was
shot
a sex
himself?
addict.
Wait, I'm curious.
No, I was on the phone in the office, which makes it really awkward.
All right, okay.
And he was in Seattle, and he shot himself.
Oh, my God.
While he was on the phone. I know.
Yeah, and so you finally said there's no more that this character can do, right?
I can't do any more. I've been married and divorced and widowed, and it's too much.
What's going to happen in the season finale? Can you give us a tip for all those fans out there? What's going to happen?
I can't tell you.
Okay.
You'd be mad at
Good
me
night,
if I
everybody.
did.
We had a good time. No, I mean, but give us some sense of, is it one of those, because every year they try and have a season finale where everybody gets into a Zeppelin and blows up, Something.
Well, now you've given it away.
It's a Zeppelin. It's a Zeppelin. All right.
Are you talking about Melrose Place? No, because
You're the biggest ass I ever met. I love you for it.
No, because I swear to God, and when I lived in L.A., I lived on the actual street called Melrose Place. There's an actual street.
There's a Melrose. Is there really a Melrose
There's really
Place?
a Melrose Place.
Okay,
You know this, right?
Yes, it's true.
So they opened a restaurant called Melrose Place on it, and then it's right beside my house. And every time I go out, there's all these tourists, and these tourists, they're always fat and they're taking pictures, standing in front of this restaurant.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the help, pal. He'll get over it. You'll see. Now, I got to ask you about this because we brought... Shut up. That makes it all right. Well, I want to talk to you about something, because this came up earlier in the show accidentally, because I didn't know what Norm was going to talk about tonight, and it's best sometimes if I don't know. But he mentioned Carrot Top. You are making a movie with Carrot Top, right?
I made a movie with Carrot Top.
Okay. You've made a movie with Carrot Top. It's not out yet.
No, it's
Can you
not
put
out
the
yet.
picture up of Carrot Top again, just so we can all see him? Oh, there it is again. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Wait a minute. She left Melrose Place to do a movie with Carrot Top?
That's where I'm going, my friend. This begs the question now, why a movie with Carrot Top?
Why a movie with Carrot Top?
I mean, no, I don't know much about Carrot Top, you know? I don't know much about him. I'm a little jealous because he's a red-haired comedian, and I felt like maybe you'd do a movie with me first, then move on to Carrot Top, then to Ralph Mal from Happy Days. You know, it's sort of the three. There's an order in which you do movies with the redheads. What's he like, first of all?
He's extraordinarily sweet.
Nice guy.
He really is, and he worked very hard, and he was adorable.
And he works with a lot of props and stuff, too, right?
Not in the movie.
Oh, in the movie they took his props away?
They took his props away.
That's a bad time to suddenly take away everything you know about comedy. You know, you've been using props now all your life for comedy. Now we're going to take them away when you make your first movie. Was he okay, though, with it? He was cool?
He was great. He did a wonderful job.
Do you have a scene where you and him embrace?
Yeah, lots of making out.
Oh, for God's sake.
Nothing but making out.
All right.
It's like 9.5 weeks, but Carrot Top. Basically what we were doing.
Wow! I gotta check out that movie.
Is it called 9.5 Seconds? Like he's premature ejaculator.
We got it.
You know what happened? This is what happened. You know what happened? He said 9.5 seconds, and I'm looking at him because I know there's more. And I wait and wait, and I see the glimmer in the eye, and then bang! I thought you were going to, but no. But what's the movie going to be called?
Well,
Really?
I know what it's going to be called.
Yeah, what's that?
If it's got Carrot Top in it, you know what a good name for it would be?
What's that, Norm?
Box Office Poison.
She's in it.
What about my career?
Courtney Thorne-Smith, the girl sitting to your left, is in the movie.
I'm going to go see it for Courtney.
After you scare everybody else away?
No, I love this girl. I would see any movie with this girl in it. She's a beautiful lady and a talented, nice talk show guest.
Okay. As evidenced by her appearance on our rival show. All right, well, there's this 2-hour season finale of Melrose Place. There's this movie coming out.
Yes.
Title undetermined at this point.
Chairman of the board.
Oh, all right. Do something with that, you freak.
I bet the board is spelled B-O-R-E-D.
We're going to take a break now. We're going to have Collective Soul in a second. Courtney Thorne-Smith, we hope she's still our friend. We do love her.
Judge Lance Ito this week barred all potential jurors from reading Faye Resnick's controversial new book, Nicole Brown Simpson, Diary of a Life Interrupted. The judge also barred them from reading Faye Resnick's other new book entitled Judge Lance Ito is a Big Fruit. And now it's time for Weekend Update's movie reviews. This week I saw Interview with the Vampire. And here's my review. Not gay enough. This week, a court banned gays from marching in Boston's St. Patrick's Day parade, but they will still allow them to be beaten up by drunken Irish guys. I'm afraid to know what you're applauding at there. Okay. Meanwhile, Elton John continues to deny rumors that he is engaged to his tennis racket. Well, if I can be allowed a personal opinion, you know, I think Harrison Ford's new mustache works. And by works, I mean looks really gay. In overseas news, an attempt to lift the ban on gays serving in the British Armed Forces has been defeated in Parliament. This raises a difficult legal question. How do you exactly tell if a British guy is gay?
interview in this month's Vanity Fair, actor Tom Cruise attempts to end once and for all rumors that he is gay. Meanwhile, the U.S. Army is dealing with a scandal of its own as dozens of female recruits have charged drill instructors with sexual harassment, intimidation, and even sexual assault. Analysts are calling it the best argument yet for gays in the military. Jonathan Schmitz, the Jenny Jones guest who killed his secret gay admirer because of his fear and hatred of homosexuality, has been sentenced to 25 years in prison. Well, I guess that plan backfired, huh? And it's been reported that Keanu Reeves is engaged to actress Amanda Decadina. Asked to comment, Keanu said, "What? I thought I was gay. I'd always heard I was gay. Beginning in March, DC Comics will change Superman's traditional red and blue costume to a new form-fitting bodysuit. The problem with the old costume? Not gay enough. What the hell's going on in the country? That's not Superman. All right. TriStar's Picture is planning a film about the 70s disco act, The Village People. While the movie will be coming out next summer, it plans to wait until Thanksgiving to come out to its parents. The artist formerly known as Prince says he now wants to be known as simply the artist. Meanwhile, I will continue to refer to him as simply the fruit. In other music news, several major acts are on tour this month, including the Counting Crows, Metallica, and the Fruit. A study on weight loss revealed this week that women who participate in a weekly diet program lost 50% more weight, snacked less, and bought more fruits and vegetables than women in general, which just goes to prove my new theory: Richard Simmons is gay. Our top story tonight. This week, after months of speculation, sitcom star Ellen DeGeneres finally admitted that, yes, she is gay. Inspired by her courage, today, diet guru Richard Simmons admitted that he is really, 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 really gay. And the other big thing I read the newspapers, I also read the magazines, you know?
The periodicals.
Yeah, the periodicals.
Yeah.
And I was reading, I don't know if you read the cover of Time magazine, but they got the cover this week is a lady saying, I'm gay.
Yeah, it's Ellen DeGeneres, I think, yeah.
But that's got to be a slow news week, a lady saying she's gay, that's a big story.
I guess.
Yeah, and, but it's brave of her, though, you know, it's brave, it's brave
Takes
of her.
a great deal of personal courage.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I read just this morning that Richard Simmons now, to take it even further, he now is making a statement that he's really, really, really gay.
That's news.
Yeah.
To me, that ought to be on the cover.
Yeah, he got burned.
You still live in New York?
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful city. You're in Hollywood now, though,
Jacques
aren't you?
Villeneuve?
Yeah, Jacques Villeneuve. Canadian.
Canadian who grew up in my city, and his father was my all-time hero.
Gilles. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Did you meet him backstage?
No, I haven't. I met Randy Travis, and
Yeah.
I'm a huge country music fan, and George Jones is my favorite, so this is a big night for me.
Do you like the new country, or you like the old country?
No, the new is gay.
Oh, hell yeah. You know, I don't want to tell you how to do your business, but
Yeah.
you got a suit on.
I should have a tie.
What, would it kill you to wear a tie? You know, just come on, make me feel better.
No, you know what happened is I had a tie,
And on the way here, a dirty homeless bum stole it.
No, it didn't happen.
No,
you look like you're in town on a convention and have decided to go nuts.
What? I was in an elevator, you know, in this hotel, and there were these two Shriners, you know, and so I guess, I don't know, I thought, do I look like a gay guy or something? Because I'm in this,
What do you want to look like, Norm? What are you trying to look like?
I want to look like a guy that would not be on Cunanan's hit list. So I was
simple as that.
But I'm on this elevator, you know, and there's these three Shriner guys, you know, the Shriners, they wear the hats.
Funny hats,
And
sure.
so they were going, hey, how you doing there, fella? You know, so I go, I'm all right. And I'm wearing the suit, you know, because I'm at this hotel. And so then they go, yeah, he goes, hey, they go, later on tonight, we got a party going on up in our room. They go, we got some booze there, some broads, you know. The guy says, you like the broads, don't you? Yeah? So I go, yeah, no, I like the broads, you know. He goes, oh, yeah, no, I know, I wasn't saying anything. I just see by your suit there, I thought maybe you were kind of a how do you do.
How do you do? What the hell does that mean?
That's a gay man.
Oh.
I don't know.
How you feeling? You all right? Somebody told me you had the flu or something.
Oh, no, I'm all right. How do you do, by the way?
I'm fine. Fine. You don't have the flu? You weren't feeling? I heard you were a little under the weather. Had a cold or something?
I was a little bit sick, you know. I went to the doctor. I was going to the doctor, you know, because I'm worried.
When you're sick, you go to the doctor?
Yeah, or even when I'm not. You know what?
Yeah, that's right.
Even when I'm not, I'm worried. I'm like, maybe today I'll get, like, bowel cancer or something, you know? Like, I get concerned. No, I swear, that might sound weird, but there actually is no such thing. I checked in the medical dictionary. But I go to this doctor, and he gives me, like, he always gives me these crazy things. And so he said, I want to, like, test out your body fat.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, I'm a really skinny guy. Yeah. Like, my whole life I've been skinny. I've been self-conscious about it, you know? Self-conscious.
Right.
And I always had problems with those words. I always thought conscience was conscious.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. This is not an elevator with Shriners, so just relax.
So the guy, I said, I don't need no body fat thing, man. I'm a really skinny guy. So he puts these calipers on me, you know, and he tests me out. Comes back, turns out I'm fat as well as skinny.
Seems unlikely, doesn't it?
He explained it to me. I'm skinny, but also fat. Like, I'm bones and then fat. Around the bones. I have a horrible body. So the guy tells me, you got to get to one of them gyms.
Oh,
you know?
Start working out a little bit. Yeah.
So I go to the gym, and holy Lord, have you ever been to one of these?
No, I don't know.
They're crazy. Yeah. You got to, like, they got the weights, you know? Yeah. That's the big thing,
the big
weights.
Weight machines, sure.
So you got to, like, lift the weight. It's really heavy. And then you got to put it down. Then afterwards, lift it again right away. And it's endless. It's like hundreds of lifting. And then afterwards, you're just like sore and you're not big at all. And I don't want to be big. I have no use for being big. Yeah. I'm just, you know, I'm just a guy. I watch some TV. I eat a fish sandwich. You know, I don't got to be big. You know, I don't need abs. You know, what am I going to do with abs? I could show them to my friends. I go, hey, look on my belly. What I got here? Some abs. What are you looking at?
Well, nothing. I'm just, you know, but maybe if you worked out a little bit, perhaps Shriners would leave you alone. That wouldn't be a problem at all. Pump up a little.
Where do you live here, of course, in the city, because you're doing the show.
I live in New York City.
Yeah. This isn't a police interrogation. Are you sure? Where about? Where in the city do you live, approximately, not specifically? But...
I live at 56 between 8th and Broadway.
Okay, and what's your phone number?
No,
just give me 7 digits. All right. What? Your neighbors nice people? The people that live around you?
Great people. Every day I meet somebody new. You know, This city's great because of the neighborly people. You know. I don't know. But I did meet one neighbor. Interesting story. You know, that this guy. He just moved in, you know, next door to me. So I'm always one to meet the neighbors.
You like to chat with the neighbors,
Yeah, because, you know, so I went over to the guy, I knocked on the door next door to where I live, and I say to the guy, I said, hey, I'm your new neighbor, you know, and I said, good to see you, you know, nice to run into you, you know, welcome to the neighborhood, you know. And so the guy, I said, what do you do for a living there, sir, you know, if you don't mind me asking? You know, what do you do for a living? I'm a nightclub comic, I tell the guy. So he says to me, he says, I work down at the University of Science there. He says, that's
a good school, by the way.
I can't remember the exact place.
Sure.
But he says, I'm a professor of logic.
Oh.
So he says, the guy says, logic. Now, what the hell is that? I never heard tell of that. He says, oh, well, he says it's a kind of a pattern of syllogistic. Well, he says it's hard to explain. He says, why don't I give you an example? So I said, fair enough. Why don't you do that? So the guy says, well, he says, let me ask you a question. He says, do you own a doghouse? So I go, yes, I do. He says, well, then that means you probably have a dog. I said, yes. He says, well, that means you're likely to have a family if you have a dog. I said, yes, I do. He said, well, then that means you got kids, you're married. I said, yes, I am. He says, well, then you're a heterosexual man. I said, yes, sir, I am. He says, well, you see, that's logic there. I asked if simply from finding out you had a doghouse, I made this series of inferences, and I found that you're a heterosexual man simply from the fact that you had a doghouse. Well, I said, good God, isn't that something?
Okay.
So I said, well, I won't waste any more of your time there, neighbor. And I said, I'll see you later.
See you around. Okay.
So I said, come by one day and have a chicken with me. So anyways, I left. So I left. So I go to get a bus, you know, to the bus stop. And I walk down to the bus stop, and I'm still thinking about this thing that happened to me, you know. And I'm standing at the bus, and no bus coming at all, you know, and 5 or 6 of us standing around, and one guy lights up a cigarette there, and he goes, as soon as you light up a cigarette, the bus comes. And he smokes the whole damn cigarette, no bus comes.
Right.
So I said to the guy, well, that theory really worked, huh? And the guy goes, well, sometimes it works. Anyways, the guy goes, what's new with you? I go, well, I had an interesting thing happen to me today. I said, I met my neighbor. And he goes, oh, yeah? I go, he had a hell of an interesting job. I said, he's a professor of logic down at the University of
Science.
And so the guy says, is that so? He says, professor of logic. He goes, what the hell is that, logic? I said, well, it's a series of something or other.
Right.
I said, I can't remember exactly, but I said, I'll give you an example if you want to hear an example. So the guy goes, all right, fair enough. So I said, let me ask you this. I said, let me ask you a question. Do you own a doghouse? And the guy goes, no, I don't own a doghouse. So the guy says, oh, yeah, you're one of them gays.
And it worked, right? What great stuff you can learn at that
nice.
University of Science there.
And then the guy, and then get this. Get this.
There's more.
This gay guy invites me to have a chicken at his place.
That's some kind of euphemism. Watch out. All right. Saturday Night Live. And you know, you kind of surprised me because you did MTV Beach House recently, and you know, there's a certain kind of person you expect to show up on the MTV Beach House, and I hear, we'll be right back with MTV Beach House, our special guest, Norm MacDonald. I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
It's this...
What was that?
It's this show on MTV, right?
I know.
And it's at a beach.
It's at a beach.
And they don't script anything. Like, you know, they do, like, for... Anyway, so the dude, the host, was like, hey, Norm, do you mind wearing a pair of trunks, you know, bathing trunks? And I go, no, I don't want to wear that, you know, because I'm like, my body's like all weird looking and everything. And everybody else is super hot ladies and super hot men. I don't, whatever.
Whatever you. Wow.
So,
got an issue about that. All right, go ahead.
So I'm on the show, right? So they're saying, hey, come on, seriously, put on the trunks. I'm like, no, man, I don't want to. So then they think this will be funny. They go, hey, we're going to show you a fashion show. Some dudes will come out, and show you, you see what you think. I go, what? So all of a sudden, these 3 dudes come out, right, dancing around in their thongs and shorts and everything.
They're wearing thongs or shorts? Which one?
Bathing trunks, but some of them are like thongs where you can see their dirty arses. So, so I'm like watching it, and I'm like, oh,
like
man.
Chaucer. Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm like, oh. I guess it is.
Okay, go
Old
ahead.
English. So I said, oh, yeah, no, I'm pretending to go, oh, yeah, that's funny, right? And
you do a lot of that on TV, yeah.
So then the guy, the host, he goes to this one guy who was very, very, very gay. He goes,
what? How do you know that?
No, I mean,
you had a sign?
Yeah, he looked very, very gay. He says to this dude, he says, hey, I'll give you $20 if you lap dance on Norm. You know what I mean?
Right.
All of a sudden, this dude like, hey, $20. I guess he didn't have much money. Starts running towards me, right? So I look up. Here's this nude, almost nude dude running towards me, right? So I think in my head, okay, man, pretty soon the guy's going to be writhing around on my lap with his ass, and I don't want that on TV, forever.
No, it's okay to talk about it, but you don't want to see it.
Right. They videotape that, and it's there forever. So, meanwhile, what can I do? You can't hit a guy because it looks bad. You know what I mean? Even though, of course, a woman could hit a naked guy running at him.
Sure, that's
fine.
okay.
But a man can't hit him. Yeah. So I have to think fast. It's only a second. So I bolt. I take off, right?
You started running, too?
Yeah, running down the beach.
The guy catch you or no?
Yeah, and then I had to come back on. They're like, oh, Mr. Homophobic. I won't let a guy grind his ass into you.
You got to work on that.
But here's the problem with taking pictures.
Yeah.
Photographers are largely flamboyantly gay.
Right.
And so then when they take... a good look for them is a flamboyantly gay look.
Right.
So when they take your picture, they want you to look flamboyantly gay, and then you're like, can I look a little less flamboyantly gay? And they're like, no, this is good. I'm like, I'm wearing a dress.
Well, again, it's tonight and tomorrow night. The Comedy Works in Larimer Square. Thanks so much for toughing it out
man.
without coffee. It's great to meet
fun.
you.
Thanks a lot.
All right, on over.
Excellent suit.
Thank you. Yeah, it's
I
just
like that one.
brand new. Oh my. Let's get back over to Angie and Chris, please.
Wait a minute. Norm, what is wrong, Norm, with flamboyantly gay?
Yeah.
I ask you.
I ask you, Norm.
Ooh, hit a little close to home this morning, didn't it?
Did you see this outfit? Did you see this thing?
This is what you should have worn for the headshot, Norm. Come on. Panache.
It is cool.
Huh? Come on.
You wore that between what he's wearing now and ending up in the dress. That was
Yeah.
halfway.
It is cool.
Norm could have worn this.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Hey, Johnny Weir called. He wants his outfit back.
Oh, hey now. He's talking to you, too, not me.
I don't know who he's talking
I don't
to.
know. Maybe he is talking to me. Because Johnny Weir would look fabulous in this.
Look good in either one of these outfits.
Yeah, see.
If this was a memoir, if this were a memoir,
Yeah.
I would put juicy things from my own life.
Right. Like what kind of things would you put in there that nobody knows?
Well, I guess the biggest thing that nobody knows about me is I'm a deeply closeted gay man.
What? You're a gay man?
I'm not gay. I said I'm deeply closeted. I'm as straight as an arrow.
So you're a gay man who won't admit it?
No. Do you know what deeply closeted means?
Yeah.
It means a man who will not acknowledge that he's gay.
Yes.
So I'm telling you, I'm not gay. I got a wife.
You got a wife?
I just got married because I thought, go through that charade, keep appearances up.
Oh, yeah. Trump?
I did meet Trump. I guess I feel as a closeted gay man living in a deeply, like a sham of a marriage, I have the right to say more, but I guess I don't.
On your last show, I came out as a deeply closeted gay man.
Yeah.
And I'm not gay. But David, on one time, and this is a true story, and Dave, you'll attest to this, bought me a beautiful leather jacket.
Oh, that's right.
Well out of my price range. Now, I'm no one to take charity.
You're doing like a Mark Twain one-man show. All alone in the back. What do we got? I'm not one to take charity.
I'm saying I sucked him off.
Surprise ending.
You're making me out to be Hal Holbrook over here.
What's something people don't know about you?
I'm a deeply closeted gay guy.
No kidding.
Well, I'm not coming out, though.
Wait a minute. What are you revealing here today?
I'm not revealing anything. I'm saying I'm deeply closeted.
Well, that means you're gay.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Why would I say that? I'm deeply closeted.
No, but that means you're very, very gay, but you don't want to come out. You're so closeted.
That I refuse to say I'm gay.
Right.
Exactly.
But doesn't that mean you're gay?
Hey, easy, buddy.
Oh, this book will reveal much.
Now, Norm, when I was young, there was very young, there was a guy on Peyton Place that Chris Connolly played, Norman, you know, and he was kind of like a deeply closeted man. And then there was Norman Bates, Norm from Cheers. They were all fools or deeply closeted homosexuals. Norman, where are you? Starring
That was
Red
a funny
Fox.
play.
Yeah. So,
Norman, is that you?
Norman, is that you?
That was a funny play.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's the punchline of that play.
And he's gay.
Yeah.
So anyways, you know, you see enough of these deeply closeted gay guys named Norm, all of a sudden you go, wait a second, am I deeply closeted?
In fact, you admitted earlier in this interview that you are.
I admitted that I was deeply closeted, but I will never admit I'm gay.
So you're deeply closeted about what? Being gay.
I've been on a lot of shows, but there's no better crowd than you right here. I'll tell you that
You're a pro. You're a pro. You came out here. You lit this crowd up.
I'm just telling the truth.
You're a truth teller. You got your book there?
Oh yeah. Let me read some of it.
You don't have to do. You don't have to do that.
That's rich. Look, I'll tell you something.
Yeah, what's up, pal?
This is not a memoir. It says my memoir on it.
Oh, yeah, well, I thought this was a memoir. I thought this was...
No, it only says a memoir on it, but
Yeah.
it's a novel. I don't know, so I was angry when it was in the nonfiction.
Yeah.
Because it's a memoir. It says a memoir. It doesn't mean anything.
Right.
It's like if you bought Grapes of Wrath. You're like, hey, there's no grapes.
Yeah.
Or you put it in the grape section. That's smart.
Yeah.
Then everybody will find Grapes of Wrath.
Yeah.
People that like grapes.
Okay, listen. Norm, settle down.
Have I made my point?
You made your point.
If this was a memoir, if this were a memoir,
yeah,
I would put juicy things from my own life.
Right. Like what kind of things would you put in there that nobody knows?
Well, I guess the biggest thing that nobody knows about me is I'm a deeply closeted gay man.
What? I mean, that's. You're a gay man?
I'm not gay. I said I'm deeply closeted. I'm as straight as an arrow.
So you're a gay man who won't admit it?
No. Do you know what deeply closeted means?
Yeah.
It means a man who will not acknowledge that he's gay.
Yes.
So I'm telling you, I'm not gay. I got a wife.
You got a wife?
I just got married because I thought, go through that charade, keep appearances up.
Oh, yeah. That's the kind of thing you'd tell if this were a memoir.
If this were a memoir.
Right.
If this were a memoir, I would tell about my wife. What a battle axe.
Battle axe?
I mean,
no one's called their wife a battle axe since 1945.
Listen, come. How do you feel about a woman? She's supposed to be my life partner. I look in the mirror the other day and I says to her, honey, I look in the mirror and all I see is a fat, ugly old man. And I need you to give me a compliment. She says, all right then. your eyesight is damn near perfect. I said, you dirty dog.
You called her a dirty dog?
A dirty dog.
A dirty dog.
We have fights constantly.
Oh, you do you?
Oh, and sometimes it bleeds over. Like we were driving in a car. We went past a bunch of animals. There was a pig, a cow. And I admit this is a little cruel.
You were kind of mad at her at the time.
I was mad at her. So I said, hey, you see that pig, that cow, horse? That remind you of any of your relatives? She says, yeah, my in-laws. I said, you dirty dog.
Oh, wow. Wow. Dirty dog again. Wow.
I tell you, until I met my wife, I always felt incomplete. Now I'm finished. But I will say this.
What is going on?
I will say this.
What is this going? What is going on?
I will say
this.
This
is a 1935 radio show.
Henny Youngman, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
What's that you say there, Norm?
Let me
Norm, what's that you say? Tell us more, Norm. We're going to take a break for Chesterfield figurines.
Well, let me say something more modern and stylish then.
Okay.
My wife went into a coma.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
And the doctor said to me, you won't hear this from any 1935 comic. He says to me, there's one way to wake her up, but it's a little unconventional. You go in there and you have oral sex with her. I said, by God. He says, I've seen it work. I said, well, I'm willing to try. So I go in there, I'm in there about 5 minutes, and I come out. I said, Doc, she's choking. But that's modern medicine for you.
That's modern medicine. We're going to take a break. I'm going to find out what's happening here.
That's modern.
We're going to take a little break here. Here's a message from the good people at Bosco Chocolate Syrup. We'll be back. More Norm MacDonald after this.
Thanks for nothing, Google.
What I wanted to show you is how easy it is to watch yourself and other live streams on your tablet device.
On the computer.
On the computer.
Yeah.
Go ahead and hit play there.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
right
I
there
see.
in my.
It's so simple.
Do you see your face?
Oh yeah, it's me with a huge fat fucking face.
Yeah, I didn't want to be the one to say it.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of trouble. My doctor, he said he's not a very nice guy. He said, open your mouth and say oink.
Yeah, you need to get better insurance, Norm.
Insurance? He was calling me a fat pig.
Well, I mean, nobody's going to disagree with him.
Oh, chasm.
I'm sorry, Norm. I've got an acid tongue.
You do. You're an acid-tongued Arab.
And there's Charles Woodson. How about that? What a season he had. Great, man. He became the first defensive player to win the Heisman Trophy. And congratulations, Charles. That is something that no one can ever take away from you. Unless you kill your wife and a waiter, in which case, all bets are off.
Yeah.
I love Lost. You ever watch Lost?
Yeah, I'm obsessed with the show. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm still watching it.
I
Yeah.
watch it. I watch it on the
link.
No, yeah.
You got that working?
On the computer, where you can watch you can watch them right after each other. So you don't have. There's no cliffhanger, you know.
Yeah,
'Cause you don't
I know
have to.
about that.
You probably watched it 6.
Do you think I'm 80?
No, you probably watched the show though.
I did. I watched it during.
So that must have been incredibly frustrating.
No, it wasn't. Why would you say that?
Well, because I couldn't wait 30 seconds to get into it on my DVD.
Sometimes it's better to space things out, though, and discuss it with your friends, have a little talk about what happened, and then you have to wait a week, and it's delayed gratification.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. That's what's fun about a book club. But
We're joined by the talented trio called the Lonely Island.
Yeah,
who
you
will
know
be
what I
on the
call
big.
them?
What do you call them?
I call them Sandberg and the other couple of fellows.
The Mind Squad
The
is
other
how
couple.
Rolling Stone put it.
I got a heavy foot.
There's a real stream of consciousness thing happening here, Norm.
Yeah, it's called conversation.
All right.
Are you talking about Melrose Place? No, because
You're the biggest ass I ever met. I love you for it.
No, because I swear to God, and when I lived in L.A., I lived on the actual street called Melrose Place. There's an actual street.
There's a Melrose. Is there really a Melrose
There's really
place?
a Melrose Place.
Okay,
You
all
know
right.
this, right?
Yes, it's true.
So they opened a restaurant called Melrose Place on it, and then it's right beside my house. And every time I go out, there's all these retards, like tourists, and then these tourist retards, like they're always fat and they're taking pictures, standing in front of this restaurant.
Yeah. You are making a movie with Carrot Top, right?
I made a movie with Carrot Top.
Okay. You've made a movie with Carrot Top. It's not out yet.
No, it's
Can you
not
put the
out yet.
picture up of Carrot Top again, just so we can all see him?
She just did.
Oh, there it is again. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Wait a minute, she left Melrose Place to do a movie with Carrot Top?
That's where I'm going, my friend.
He was great. He did a wonderful job.
Do you have a scene where you and him embrace?
Yeah, lots of making out.
Oh, for God's sake.
Nothing but making out.
All right.
It's like 9.5 weeks, but Carrot Top. we were doing.
Wow. I gotta check out that movie.
Is it called 9.5 Seconds?
But what's the movie gonna be called? Really?
I know what it's going to be called.
Yeah, what's that?
If it's got Carrot Top in it, you know what a good name for it would be?
What's that, Norm?
Box Office Poison.
What about my career?
Courtney Thorne Smith. Well, there's this 2-hour season finale of Melrose Place. There's this movie coming out.
Yes.
Title undetermined at this point.
Chairman of the board.
Oh, all right. Do something with that, you freak.
I bet the board is spelled B-O-R-E-D.
That's the very
I will
best
say,
kind.
in all sincerity, I know you don't like to hear these things. Emotions, you're like Nixon and
I'm like Nixon.
But I will say, I was watching last night, I saw speed skating, and my goodness, you know, could the outfits they wear be any tighter? Holy Lord. There was an East German woman, I swear, you could see the outline of her entire penis. It was... This is Viagra. It's insane. And you know what it's for? Impotent people. All right, it's for impotent guys. So get this. I read this. The pill can make your cock hard for 4 hours.
Right.
So now, who has the 4-hour hard cock? The impotent guy. The rest of us are fucked. Me and you got our regular cocks. Meanwhile, fucking Spade is, you know... Of course, that's a big story in here in Washington, is the recent marriage between NBC's Andrea Mitchell and Alan Greenspan, who is 71 years old. And this is sweet, you know, I didn't know this. They wrote their own vows, you know. She promised to love, honor, and speak into his good ear. So that was it's kind of sweet, you know.
We'll see. It'll be fun.
Hey,
Norm, thanks for dressing up.
Hey, Sarah, listen, man. Congratulations. That's the 100th time that joke's been done tonight. But I also want to tell you,
I do like that he picked Kemp. I like Kemp.
Oh, yeah?
He had a strange thing. Did you hear that quote he said? He said he's closer to minorities than the other candidates because he says he showered with a lot of black guys. Did you hear that?
What?
He says because he used to be on the Buffalo Bills.
That's right, he was a football player. Is that true? He said that?
Yeah, he said that the other day. He said he has a closer feel for the minorities because he's showered with so many black guys.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I don't know if that's Well, how do you want to pick your president, right? Showered with a lot of black guys?
I don't know.
I mean...
You're picking Dole because he can do an impression.
Yeah,
you
right.
know, your reasons aren't much better.
If I was going to pick a guy, just because he's showered with a lot of black guys, I'd pick Andy or something like that, you know? You know?
People don't have to know that.
Oh, I have an announcement to read. I almost forgot. I was told to make this announcement. Table 10, wherever you are, table 10. We're sorry your waitress hasn't been there in a while. Larry King just married her. So...
Do you have a hero?
Norman Fell from Three's Company.
That's your hero?
Yeah. Mr. Roper. Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Roper?
Yeah.
That's not a good hero.
That's all I got.
Better than this guy's hero is some gay porn actor. But anyway.
What are you talking about? What?
I don't know.
Boomer Esiason is with us. Boomer. How you doing, buddy? Boomer, of course, will replace Frank Gifford on Monday Night Football next season. And Frank told reporters that this will allow him to spend more time with his wife and children. Then he broke down and cried for 45 minutes. So, what the hell am I? And here I am, you know, I look out, I see President Bill Clinton, you know, I see Secretary of State Madeleine Albright, you know, media mogul Rupert Murdoch, you know, broadcast legend Larry King, you know, pornographer Larry Flint, you know, Dick Morris. The list is starting to drop off a little, folks, but still, you get the idea. It's daunting. Well, there's all kinds of sports celebrities in the audience tonight. I see Tiger Woods right there. Tiger Woods, how about that, huh? Yeah, he's up for golf. Of course, he's up for Golfer of the Year this ESPYs. And you know who I feel sorry for, folks, is the other two guys nominated for Golfer of the Year. You see these guys getting ready, you know, it's like, hey, honey, have you seen my tuxedo? No, not the good one. The one I wear when I'm going to get my ass kicked. Have you seen that one? We got a lot of power here, a lot of juice. Mr. Rule Arledge is here, of course, the chairman of ABC News, you know, and a lot of crazy stories coming out of that division, you know. You know, stories about this person sleeping with that person and all that, you know. Scandal after scandal. If you heard the latest, I heard this just the other day. There's a rumor that last week, a certain, I don't want to say who it is, a certain gentleman in ABC News, he went to a party and he got really drunk and he ended up having sex with his own wife. I don't know.
This one of them acid flashbacks? I did acid when I was 17 years old, 4 times. That's the last time I did it. And I remember when I did it, everybody would tell me, they go, hey, listen, you gotta be careful because you'll get a flashback. And so I thought, hey, that seems like a pretty good deal. So I went to my drug dealer, Frank. I said, listen, I understand you got a drug on the market now where I give you $5, I get high now, and then I get high 20 years later? Really, that's true, huh? Well, I've always considered myself a chap who likes to stretch his drug dollar, so count me in, good sir. And I ate it. Anyways, I'm here to tell you that 10 years has passed, 20, you know, even 25, and still no flashbacks. Huge jip that turned out to be. Well, what are you gonna do?
Just more horse shit by the big acid companies. That's all it really is. I don't want to get all Bill Maher on you here or anything, but if you think the acid companies in this country care about you, the little fella, then you're living in a fool's paradise. All they care about is the third quarter profit. I don't even know what a third quarter profit is, but I know it fits in that sentence. That's what they don't understand. Then whenever they got Pepsi, you go, ah, fuck, I don't want that. You got any other soda pop? They go, yeah, we got root beer. Want some of that? They're like, well, I'm not 8 years old. I guess I could drink a root beer. You got Sierra Mist. You go, oh man, I was hoping you did. I was going to ask. But I didn't dare to because I didn't think I'd be that fortunate. And then you got the United States. That's a nice country. Then you got fucking Mexico. All kinds of crazy shit. I don't understand. So just whatever. So anyways, my point is I go all across this great continent, except for Mexico, and I try to tell the kids, you know, I say, listen, kids, you know, you might think it's cool now to eat your buddy, but, and it is pretty cool, you hate a fucking guy, everybody's gonna think you're cool for a while. But in the long run, it's a mistake, you know, and I try to, you gotta get them when they're young. But sometimes I think I'm kind of on my high horse when it comes to cannibalism, you know, because I've never really had to deal with it, you know. I've always lived in this greatest country, you know, in this best of all possible worlds, and I've never had to really deal with it because, you know, there's always plenty of cheese sandwiches to eat, you know? But what if you lived in a place where there were no cheese sandwiches, you know? Where there was nothing, no food at all, you know? Then, you know, like for instance, you ever hear this place called the Andes? The Andes, they don't got no cheese sandwiches there. They don't got nothing, just snow and rocks. And it's someplace, and what happens is, when people get stranded in the Andes, their views on cannibalism sometimes will take a radical shift. That's why I never go to the Andes. I make a point of never going to the Andes. Some people, they do. They go, listen, travel agent, I want to go somewhere. Me and the wife, Gertrude, we want to go away. And the kids are, you know, they're around all the time and everything. And we seem to have lost we want to rekindle. You ever hear that? And we want to go someplace where there's an island with a hammock. And we thought we'd lie on the hammock, rekindle, and then come back. How does that sound? And also, we want to fly over the Andes to get to that place. Is there anything you got? We'd like a small plane. If you got a small plane, we gotta go in the dead of winter. This is our only conditions that we need. The dead of winter, a small white plane. If it could be white as possible. Is there a plane that you have that's pure white? Anyways, that's their choice. So anyways, they take off on the plane, and of course, naturally, it immediately crashes into the Andes. And nobody's surprised, you know. It even says right on the boarding pass, it goes, lay over a mountain. So, you don't have to be that guy with the big thing to realize that's a clue. You know? But Sherlock Holmes. But, magnifying glass. I remember both. I remember two things at once. But you get, this is it. You gotta, when you're there, then you gotta wrestle with your conscience, you know? Because, and I don't know if you've ever wrestled with your conscience, but I haven't. But I've heard it's very, very tough, you know? A guy was telling me, it's tough. It's not as tough, he said, as wrestling with an actual wrestler, but he said it's still tough. He told me, he said, if you got the choice, and it'll probably never come up, but if you have the choice between wrestling with your conscience and a professionally trained wrestler, then choose your conscience on account of, it's got no arms. Most of wrestling is a headlock. But no, so the plane goes down, and then you gotta wrestle with your conscience. Now, it's hard for people. Now, some people, you know, maybe it's not hard for them. Maybe even as the plane goes down, they'll go, I'm eating that fucker in 34C. I've had my eye on him for a while. That guy looks delicious. But most of us are civilized human beings. So you're there and you're wrestling with your kind. There's the co-pilot, you know? And the first day is easy. You go, I'm not eating him. I don't even fucking like co-pilot. And so, but then days turn into weeks and weeks turn into months and, you know, time works. And finally, it's too much for you. You're just a flesh. And so you gotta eat. But now the problem is you've waited too long, like a couple months. Now you're so hungry, you're just ravenously eating them, you know? You're just like, ah! Now that's the wrong way. Any nutritionist will tell you that that's not good for you. You should eat 6 small portions of co-pilot every day. So you're like, ah! And then you got co-pilot blood all over your chin, dropping onto your fruity blue shirt, you know? And then, isn't that always the time that the rescue helicopter shows up? Am I right? I don't know. How could I? No, nobody knows. But, and then you're like, what the? And then they're like, we got cheese sandwiches. We'll be down in a minute. You're like, ah. God damn. You know what? Imagine you wake up and go, God damn, I got a fucking kid today. I'm way behind on my quota. The boss will be up my ass. I gotta give me a kid. It's a terrible thing, you know? I wouldn't want to be a kid fucker either. I don't like, you know, the thing is you're attracted to something and you don't want that to be your type. A child. It's not good. People go, Jim, what do you like in a woman? I like big breasts. I go, don't like to talk about it that much. Now, seriously, what's your type? It's not big breasts, it's infants. 1, 2-year-olds. That's my type, I don't know. Always found them very sexually attractive. Well, what are you gonna do? You go, what are you? I go, I'm a Lutheran. You go, what, are you fucking retarded? I'm an Episcopalian. But now, people think you're retarded if you're Christian. Meanwhile, they're willing to accept any other horse shit, you know? Like people go, what sign are you? I go, Libra. They go, that means that you're happy, but sometimes you're sad. Does that sound right? They go, yeah. What is that? I always wondered. And the guy go, well, Neptune. Cousin Neptune. What happened was you were born on, I have a chart of the universe I've made up. I made a chart of the universe, and I found out when you were born, and it turns out that Neptune's coaxial orbit was off by 1/3 of a degree. Now, that cast a moon over Pluto, and anyway, the upshot of it is, you're a happy fellow, but sometimes sad. And you're like, yeah, that's true. Why aren't those people retarded? By the way, when I say retard, obviously, you know, I'm talking about people with Down syndrome. I'm not talking about dumb guys, you know. I wouldn't call them retards. But the only reason I don't say Down syndrome is because I'm not a fucking doctor. I don't know what it means. What am I? But I know what retard means. It means retard. That word means arrested, stopped at some point in your development. You know what I mean? And I love retards. That's probably my favorite people in the whole world. Be retard. I don't even see the problem. I don't know what the fuck people feel sorry for them. You know, people go, man, I feel. Look at that guy over there, laughing, all happy and shit. Poor fucker. He don't realize the horrors of life. If only there were a cure for that. Should be the opposite. I'd fucking inject retard juice into my veins if I could. Hospital, young boy, you know. Beautiful young boy, Simon. And, you know, one of the perks of being a celebrity is that you get to meet a lot of dying children. That's a lot of fun. And you go home and try to sleep. So I've been about a couple of hundred dying children. But anyway, Simon, who's a beautiful boy and will likely meet his savior before he told me this joke, or as he called it, a riddle. He thought I was a riddler. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. He wasn't in good shape. The doctor said he was more virus than host. Now, I don't know what that means, but it doesn't sound good to me. Anyways, he's a good kid. I think he's still with us. And this is his joke that he said I should do, or as he called it, a riddle. But it's not a riddle. It's a joke. He called it a riddle because most of his brainstem is fluid at this point. But this is the joke. I promised to say it to him. And, you know, a promise unmade is a debt unpaid. So this is the joke. A dog walks into a telegraph office and he says to the telegraph guy, he goes, hey. No, he doesn't say anything. The telegraph guy says, hey, dog. He says, hey, dog, listen. He says, what do you want me to put on the telegram? So the dog goes, woof, 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 woof. So then the guy writes it down, you know. Then the guy goes, hey, I just noticed you only have 9 words here on your telegram here, dog. He goes, we at the Western Union this week, we got a special, 10 words or less, same price. Hey, we could put an extra woof on the end if you want. And then the dog goes, but that wouldn't make any sense. Why would I want to... What kind of a operation are you running here? All right, listen, folks, you've been wonderful. Good luck out there. Peace. I love you very much.
How you doing, Norm?
I'm all right, man. I'm doing good. I'm having fun. I came here on the airplane and stuff.
You always kill with that line.
I know.
You you got the sitcom. It's all.
Yeah.
You're living high on the hog. It's all going good for you.
Everything's fine.
Yeah.
No, not everything, but everything. You know, a lot of things, right? I don't know.
Yeah. You seem all shifty and nervous about something. You're hiding something, aren't you?
No.
See, people don't know you the way I know you.
Right.
This guy likes to have a good time.
I like to, I drinks a bit.
That wasn't what I was talking about.
Oh, what were you talking about?
I was just saying you have a good time. It's a real innocent thing to say, and then you get right into the drinking.
Occasionally I like to drink a beer. You know, I like regular drinks. I don't like.
As opposed to ether? Yeah. What are you talking about?
What I was talking about is, those shooters? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're shooters and they're like, they have dirty names, like sex names. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, they're all called like, the red-headed whore or something.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the one I like. It's actually named after me. Lousy.
But I guess the idea is in your head you want to order them because you're drunk. You go, hey, they go, hey, you think maybe you'll get they go, you want a red-headed whore? Yeah, like right? You figure Rula Lenska's going to come in, you're going to have, right? You're going to have some dirty sex. But no, what I was going to say was this.
But you like, you said you sometimes you have a little too much to drink, maybe?
Well, one time I drank a super amount, and I'd only been...
A super amount, right?
It was when I was a young guy. I'd only drunk like 8 or 9 times in my whole life. I never had gotten really drunk, but I'd had drinks. And I went out with my buddies and I was drinking, and they were having those crazy drinks. All of a sudden, I was really drunk. And then a guy gave me some pills. Like, he said, hey, you want some pills? And I said, yeah, all right. So I ate the pills. And you're not supposed to eat pills while you drink.
I think even if you're not drinking, it's not a good idea when someone goes, you want a bunch of pills? Yeah.
I know.
But combining the two.
This guy was a decent guy. He was a bouncer. No. But so I said, yeah, so these pills, they just make you like 100 times drunker. So then I'm really drunk. And then like time passed, but I don't remember. And then my friends are like, hey, let's go. I'm like, why don't you guys go? Where are you going to, why go? Right? Like we're in a bar drinking, right? And like it doesn't seem right. You don't want to go home, and watch I Love Lucy or something. So you're like, hey, I just stay here. I'll make new friends, right? So I was like real drunk, and everybody was like cool. It was like a Western. It had a jukebox, one of those. Guy gives you a whole bottle there, and you go, and then.
That's what you do when you're drinking. You a pirate? All of a sudden.
And then it was the funnest, man. There was a big fat bearded guy there, and I was hanging with him, real drunk. All of a sudden, right? I'm like, oh man, I can't remember anything. I remember like I sort of falling into a pool table or something like that.
Right.
And then I wake up, right? And it's like I'm in a bed. I look beside. There's the fat bearded guy beside me.
No, really?
Yeah. So I go, oh Lord God, I had sex with the fat bearded guy. And at the time, like I never had sex before in my life.
Yeah.
And I always thought it's probably going to be with a lady. You know what I mean? So then, I looked over, and the weird thing was, instead of us being in the same bed, he's in a separate bed, right? Like we have 2 separate beds.
It's like twin beds.
Twin beds. So then I'm like, wait a minute, now this is weird, because, why would we be in separate beds? Is he like an old-fashioned gay guy, And then... Right? But
he has the good values, yeah.
So
we're not married yet.
There's no such thing, of course, as an old-fashioned gay guy. They're the most decadent people. So I said,
what?
With sex, they enjoy sex like crazy,
We mustn't generalize.
No, we mustn't generalize.
No, but go ahead.
Seriously, if there was a bathhouse for straight guys, we wouldn't be able to have sex 9-10 times a night anyway. So anyways, I'm with, they love sex, it's a good thing. But I'm beside the fat bearded guy. I go, holy Lord. Anyways, it turns out, not a gay man at all. Turns out this guy, when I blacked out, had checked me into a rehab.
No.
Yeah.
And she's in there with you?
Yeah, so I got robes and a slipper, and they wouldn't give me my clothes back. And I had to stay in there for 3 days. And they're like, you're an alcoholic. I go, no, I'm not. And then
apparently that's what alcoholics say too, you know? So then, for 3 days, I had to stay there. I had to go to AA meetings, and I'd only been drunk like 9 times. So they're like, "What's your worst one?" I go, "I guess the 9th one was bad, you know."
Right.
That was, and when did you hit bottom? I said, "I don't know." The cool part of it was the girls all get up, right, and all their stories are all the same. Whenever they hit bottom,
right.
Every story is the same. They're like, "Oh, when I hit bottom, you know, I a guy for a drink, you know," and you're like, "Oh." You know, every time. You know,
Couldn't we just take them out of the studio for the Norm part and then bring them back? Get a salad guard up, something?
So anyways.
All right, well, that's a nice story.
No, but it's a serious illness, you know. Alcoholism. It's an illness. It's an illness, you know.
Yeah.
It's a good illness because you know, there's not a lot of illnesses you get to be drunk all the time.
Yeah, I know. That's a corker. Will you hang on 1 second?
Okay.
We haven't even scratched the surface with Norm, so hang on, we'll be right back. Stick around.
Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike. Office Bloke Daz.
Collectively we're the Office Blokes.
Yes, indeed.
Coming at you live from a clean studio.
Almost wireless.
Almost wireless. Mike invented wireless headphones today. Did he tell you?
Is he not plugged in?
I'm just looking at everything. What you need is headphones. It was all these wires are all, you know, tangled up and everything. It's a pain in the arse they are, trying to get them all straight and everything like that.
Yeah.
But you get earbuds.
So to me, someone needs to do earphones that don't have the wire.
You didn't say that, did you?
Not exactly.
I'm paraphrasing
I think
a
stretching
little
it
bit.
slightly, I think there. But
yeah. Anyway, so yeah, there you go. If you want to buy or invest in Mike's startup for wireless headphones, then
might be onto something there.
bring it
on.
I
Might be onto something there.
Almost
you
there
what,
with the technology.
honestly,
Someone send us Dr. Dre's number, and
yeah, it's true.
I'm on the cusp of inventing door handles as well, so I'll keep you up to date on that one.
not fork handles.
Hey? No.
Upgrading from knobs. That was cheap. Norm MacDonald on alcoholism. Should we just get straight into it?
It's terrible as well.
Oh no, it really was, wasn't it? It's not something we know anything about, alcohol or alcoholism or drinking too much, is it?
Nope.
Never.
Not familiar with it.
No. Whole South Park episode where Randy Marsh is diagnosed with the disease of alcoholism.
Oh, really?
And just how he takes it. It's absolutely hilarious. He ends up in a wheelchair and he's like really lame, but having to drink like wine spritzers and stuff like that because it's his medicine. Pure genius. You know what he's saying about Nate Bargatze being vague?
Borderline, yeah.
He's very descriptive in comparison. They both work in their own ways.
Absolutely, yeah.
We've barely done any Norm MacDonald, have we? We've done like...
It's difficult to find really good videos.
Really?
Yeah.
We've done when he loses his sponsors. And
that's good.
we did, I can't remember the bit, but we did one just after he died. Within a week, we reacted to a bit, but I've not looked, to be fair.
We'll have to
loads of
search
but
for it. Let us know in the comments if you've...
recommend any.
It's funny though.
It is.
Proper dark, that last bit.
One of the best comedians that's ever lived. Yeah.
Said, I don't drink, I used to.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just always had him down as a bit of a...
Might have been teetotal, ex-alcoholic.
I think it's his demeanour and the way he sort of articulates jokes and stuff. He just seems like a guy that drinks.
Yeah, I got what you mean. He's got that slight sort of slur, hasn't he? Sort of bit of a drawl.
Yeah.
That's the way he comes across, but...
like he's a couple of beers in already.
Yeah, he does actually, yeah, good point.
Right, it's a terrible concept. As a service, or like if you were going to be a designated driver...
Never me.
Yeah, no fun. I mean, if there's someone that doesn't drink and you're lucky enough to know someone that doesn't drink, and you want to go out with you, that's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
If it's their choice, but
I think if you're a couple and one person's driving and doesn't drink, but you aren't driving, so you do drink, I think that's perfectly acceptable as well.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but if you're on like a night out, like a proper night out,
loads of people.
Loads of people. It's not the same, is it?
I taxi everywhere. That's what taxi drivers are for.
Of course it is.
Like
Absolutely.
I say, use people to the strengths.
Yes,
He's a
fair.
taxi driver. I'm not. I need to get from there to there so I can have a drink. Use a taxi.
Absolutely.
We don't advocate drinking at the office, blokes, though, do we?
We don't do
Not
that.
during the hours of 9 and midday.
Yeah, you got to get something in your stomach first. haven't you?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Eat a bit of breakfast.
Yeah,
anything after lunch,
sensible.
good to go.
I thought it was 11 in the morning, to be fair.
You can do that if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's good that though. Enjoy that.
We've got a hot weekend coming up, apparently, so...
Is it really?
There may be beer
Weather-wise?
involved. Yeah.
All right.
Are you back drinking now?
I'm drinking, like, whiskey. I had a couple of beers at the weekend.
10 pints, you said. 10 pints, you said.
Did you? Blagging it, is it? Yeah.
I went to the pub. I'm not drinking much beer, put it that way. I was going to drink none, but then I cut out beer altogether and started getting headaches, so I started having to drink a little bit of beer again. But you can't go to the pub early. I went 3 in the afternoon on a Sunday and drink whiskey all
That's
day.
late. 3 in the afternoon on a Sunday.
But you can't do that and drink whiskey all day. You'd be a mess by the end of the night.
Yeah.
So I did the sensible thing and drank Guinness all day. Drank about 10 of them and then went home. It's responsible drinking.
I went to the match last night, right? Walked in the pub, and I walked in, went to my table, put my coat down on the table, my jacket on the table, turned around to the bar, 2 pints on the bar ready and waiting for me. How good's that? That's at the football.
Yeah.
So what you want?
Yeah, proper service that.
Yeah, nice.
And she said to me, "Oh, I just jumped ahead and thought that's." Then I went, bang on, boom, there you go. Ah.
I will say I've not drank anything since Sunday though.
Have you not?
No, nothing. Not even water or coffee. Or
That's-
anything.
yeah,
Well, I'm
absolutely
wasting
nothing.
away.
It's sleeping on a massive flask thing you've got over there.
I drank no booze on Sunday, and I've not thought that I'm not going to drink booze. I've just not.
Did you get a plaque yet for it? I'm not drinking for 2 days.
Shufty badge.
Give him a cookie.
Yeah, medal.
A paper out. That's what you used to say. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Anyway.
No, hysterical as always.
It was. It's really good.
Hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget like and subscribe. Hit the bell. Catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.
All right.
So I just look like a regular lame stand-up. I had my suit on, like now.
Yeah, right, right.
I went out there. I was excited, because it was America to me,
Yeah.
I'm from Canada. Star Search. I thought I'll become a star.
Hence the name, Star Search.
Yeah, if you win, right?
Yeah.
So I go out there. I'm excited, man. I went out there, and they had you go out and they have like a clock. You got 2 minutes to do. You only got to do 2 minutes. And I had at that time I had about 2 minutes. So
So this is going to work out well, you thought?
Yeah. And I go out and everybody hates my guts. It's like dead silent. There's like no one laughing at all. And
the clock starts to run the minute you get going.
See the clock going down. And around after about a minute and a half, you're not much chance. Winning them back. And I think some people thought I was in a different category. But nobody laughing is the worst thing. And the Canadian flags behind me.
Oh God! Oh no! Really?
Yeah. And then one time I remember the worst part. I looked over Ed McMahon. He was like glaring at me, like a mean look.
Ed McMahon glaring at you?
He wasn't even laughing. That's his job. That's what he does. He was taking some time off.
I've never seen him glare. I don't think anybody.
Oh, it's mean glare. So then I got off. I was shaking. I was like stunned. And then my manager and agent, they're like idiots, And so they go like, it was good. That was great. They're shaking my hand. So I go, really? Yeah, you think it was good? It worked out, huh? You go, yeah. Oh, man. I go, but nobody was laughing, which I thought was a gauge, and they go, no, that's the way it is on this show. No, don't worry about that. And then as they're saying it, the African guy comes on.
Yeah.
He says one joke. They laugh for 2 minutes, and it's like huge laughter. I can't even hear him. I'm going, what? The guy's going, it doesn't mean they like you.
So what happened? What was the end result here?
The end result is they have judges that give you they make up your score. And so then the most humiliating thing is, you lost. You have to go back out with the guy, You have to stand there, And then Ed McMahon, he just, he goes, another tough decision for the judges, And then, That was actually the first time I heard laughter during the whole thing. So, and the judges, it was like three guys. Robin Leach was the only guy I knew, and then there were three other guys. And then so it was like, so I got, this is my score. Okay. I got 3/4 of a star.
They can cut a star up?
No, what happens is three guys give you 1 star, and one guy, and I think it was Robin Leach, gives you no star.
So you got 3/4 of a star and you lost.
Yeah, he got 4 stars. And then afterwards, it's you go to this you go to this place up. It's like a room, and then there's a party after the show, and everybody's there, and like all the winners are like in one section, you know, happy, and then you're like sitting there with the Nicaraguan junior dancers. You know,
we would call them the losers. Yeah.
I'm feeling great. I finally quit smoking, you know, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. I smoked ever since I was a kid, so it's kind of tough for me, you know. I remember once I was 8 years old, little kid, behind my garage, sneaking a cigarette back there, and my dad caught me. He hauled me in. I thought I was in for the strapping of my life, you know. What he did is he pulled out a big cigar, real heavy. But I gotta get in shape, you know. I watch a lot of sports, you know. I love watching sports on the TV, you know. The only sports I don't like is when they try to combine 2 sports. You ever see those, you know? And the sports don't even go together, you know? Like the guy will run a 100-yard dash and then fish. My favorite show is the game shows. You know, I like the game shows a lot, you know. So there's one game show the other week, the dating game. You ever see that? Man, that's a cheap show there. The prize on that show, another contestant. Last week they had a guy, I was like a crazy guy, loony bin, psycho, wingnut kind of guy, you know. And then they made the girls ask those questions, you know, laced with sexual innuendo. You know, the girl go, bachelor number 2, if I were a popsicle, what would you do to me? The guy goes, well, if you're a popsicle, huh? Well, first of all, I guess I'd take your wrapper off. If you know what I mean. And then I'd grab a hold of your sticks. If you know what I mean. And then I'd press you against the counter till you're broken too. Put half you in the freezer till later. If you know what I mean. That was nuts. Ah, man, it was a violent world, you know. I went to buy a dog. This guy tried to sell me the most killing dog in the world, a big pit bull. $600 pit bull, you know? And I don't want to buy that, you know? $600. Holy cow. You know, guy says, this dog will protect your valuables. You know, I don't even have any that valuable, you know? I mean, I buy the pit bull. That would be the most valuable thing I own, right there. Okay, you guys have been great. Thanks a lot. Enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Ed McMahon. Star Search has traveled around the world to find the best new international talent to entertain you. Tonight's highly competitive performances are very special, so we've asked 10 very special international judges to give their professional opinions. Let's meet some of them right now.
A longtime distinguished actor originally from England, currently the star of the ABC hit series Mr. Belvedere. Please welcome Christopher Hewitt. Presently starring on the CBS hit series Falcon Crest in the role of Pilar Artiga, formerly for 4 years in the role of NBC daytime drama Days of Our Lives, Christian Alfonso. He is known as one of the true star makers of the international modeling field. His LA Models agency has become the foremost modeling power on the West Coast and has introduced the exciting LA look into the world of high fashion. Please welcome Heinz Holba. Miss Universe 1988-89, representing Thailand, founder and president of the Porn Tip Foundation, benefiting abandoned and handicapped children, chairperson of the Wish from Heaven perfume and cosmetic line, and currently ambassador from Thailand to the United Nations, she is Porn Tip Nigarigana. Executive producer, host, and writer of Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, and Runaway with the Rich and Famous. Ladies and gentlemen, Robin Leach. In international comedy competition, the challengers are, from Canada, Norm MacDonald. From Liberia,
Bushman.
And from Australia, Vince Sorrente.
Another hard decision for the judges. Let's see what it is. From Liberia,
Bushman. Bushman.
Congratulations.
The Bushman likes to party. Rap the Bushman.
Rock that Bushman.
So you beat Norm MacDonald in 1990 on International Star Search.
Oh, yes, I did.
And hey, you just cleaned me and Chris's apartment.
I just cleaned your apartment. I'm like a part-time nanny sometimes, and I still do comedy.
Norm MacDonald, I'm not afraid of you. If you want us to get into a comedy bout, I would take you on anywhere in Canada, in London, in Australia, in LA, on the beach. It does not matter where. I am not afraid of you, man. I know you're a millionaire. Guess what? I'm gonna knock you out with all your millions. You're gonna have to come talk to the Bushmen.
I think I have a weird memory of you that you probably wouldn't remember. I think I was in your hotel room. When you were watching, I showed up at your hotel room when you had just done your first Letterman with Caroline Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that I actually watched you not watch your first Letterman on television. Is that possible? I'm thinking.
No, I would know I would not watch it. That's for sure.
It was like 1989. Is that about right?
Yeah, I think I'm not
88,
good with dates,
89?
but probably about that. Yeah, that's funny because I know Caroline and I remember you. And I remember Caroline. All my memories are so vague.
Right. Well, it was weird because I barely knew Caroline. You know, we were sort of hanging around, and with this group of comics, and I had a car, and she goes, "Let's go to the hotel. My friend Norm, it just did Letterman tonight." So we go over there, and that was the first time I ever met you, and I don't know how much you even played the States because it was.
I didn't know any comedians from the States. That was my problem. Yeah.
Right. And so I go up to this room, I meet you, and you're about to go on Letterman, and I'm standing there with Caroline, and you are on your bed face down with your hands hiding your eyes for the entire time. Does that sound like a real thing?
No, that would be me. I can't. Well, you know how it is when you know how bad you are, and you know what I mean.
Did you know?
You know
I mean, I know that's how we perceive ourselves. I don't know if it's really true. You did well, right?
Well, we probably know more than another person.
No, we don't.
About ourselves, I don't know.
No, but I mean, are you not able to watch yourself now?
Our next guest has performed at clubs all over Canada and the United States, including the Improv in Los Angeles and also Catch a Rising Star and Stand Up New York here in Manhattan. And now, making his network television debut, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Norm MacDonald. Norm, are you...
Well, thanks. Good to be here. I've been traveling around a lot, watching a lot of the TV, and you've seen these new sports on the TV where they'll try to combine two sports together and make up a new sport. You know, like a guy will run a 100-yard dash and then fish. But I love the TV. You know, I saw a cat food commercial, and I said at the end of it, it said, all natural food for your cat. All natural food. But cat food's made out of horse meat. Yeah, that's the way it works in nature. The cat right above the horse in the food chain. Matter of fact, every time my kitty gets a little cooped up in the apartment, I like to take him down to a racetrack, let him stalk some prey down there. So cute, and he comes trotting back with a stallion hanging out of his mouth there, But I love the TV, anything at all. The only thing I don't like, you ever see when there's a celebrity that you really respect and admire, and then he shows up on some cheap TV show, Last week I was watching the Hollywood Squares, and a secret square, J.D. Salinger. But I like game shows. That's my favorite thing, big prizes and everything. You ever see The Dating Game? You ever see that show? That's a weird show there. The prize on that show, another contestant. Talk about cheap. And they always do the same thing on that show. They get a beautiful girl, match her up with 3 giant dorks. Last week they had a guy on, was a crazy guy, loony bin, psycho, wingnut. You can tell by the way they introduce him. They go, bachelor number 2 is a shadowy lurking character whose hobbies include skulking. Please welcome from no fixed address. He's just a guy. Menacing figure shambles into the studio there, and then they make the girl ask those questions, laced with sexual innuendo. Girl go, bachelor number 2, if I were a popsicle, what would you do to me then if I were a popsicle? That's what it says in the card here. And the guy goes, well, if you're a popsicle, huh? Well, first of all, I guess I'd take your wrapper off. If you know what I mean. Then I'd grab a hold of your sticks. If you know what I mean. And then I'd press you against the counter till you're broken too. Put happy in the freezer till later. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm getting at? It's crazy. But a lot of violence on TV. You know, kids aren't supposed to watch violence now on a TV. They're afraid maybe the kids will copy what they see on a screen, you know. I can't even get a funny cartoon anymore because some 12-year-old watched a particularly violent episode of the Roadrunner Coyote Show. And the next day they found him in the bottom of a canyon. Had 2 giant springs strapped to his feet. A big couple of springs. Had a little umbrella in his hand. Sign said, yikes. But there's violence everywhere. You know, I was reading in a paper, this guy, if you can believe this, a guy killed his family because the devil told him to. Can you believe that? Imagine that, killing your family, and then you go back to the devil, you go, yes, devil, I did as you instructed. I killed my family, and I chopped them up and put them in a duffel bag. Here they are. I'll be burying them tonight at the shallow grave by the side of the railroad track, as you have commanded, O Lord host of the hoary netherworld. Then the devil pulls off a mask. It's me, Bob! You go, oh, Bob! Yes, you got me, Bob. You got me there. I got my family in a duffel bag over here. That's one for you there, Bob. This dirty dog. So I had this dream today. You ever have a dream, and then you wake up right in the middle of a great dream, and then you're back in your stinking life again? So then you try to fall asleep, re-dream it? Man, that never works. Always end up with some weird mutation of your original dream there, you know? Like in the first dream, I was in a pool with Christy Brinkley, and we were swimming toward each other, and then I woke up. So I fell asleep again. I end up shooting pool with David Brinkley.
We're talking to Uma about geography, and she spent part of her early life in India. And you're a Canadian, as is Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Canada.
Is that where you began as a comedian?
Yeah, I did stand-up in Canada, and man, that stinks.
Really?
Oh, my God. You ever go on the road and do stand-up?
Yeah, used to do that all the time, sure.
That stinks, right?
Yeah, it was not, I mean, the travel was grueling.
Yeah, plus everyone hates you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't need to go on the road for that.
But I remember this one gig I did. It was like, I call them a gigs.
Yeah, sure, because you're in showbiz.
Right. So it was in Red Deer, Alberta. You know where that is?
Oh, yes.
Well, you know every other place in the map.
Part of that Red Deer Metroplex up there in Alberta.
Yeah, it was just outside of Red Deer, and
just outside of Red Deer.
It was before I was hot. So I couldn't get Red Deer. So for those of them that didn't understand the first part. Yeah. So I was at this gig, and it was tough, you know. Like the guy told me before I went on, he said, you know, you got to do the whole hour. I had to do an hour.
Gee, that's grueling. That really is tough.
And he said, if you don't do the hour, you don't get the check, because a lot of people had been, you know, leaving before the hour was over. And so I started doing my comedy, you know, and everyone hated my guts. And so like 10 minutes into it, if everyone hates your guts for the first 10 minutes, you know, you're not going to win them over.
It's discouraging.
Yeah, you know, you're not going to have a good other 50 minutes.
No.
So everyone hates me. So then after a whole hour of that, I have to host a joke contest, you know, where I bring people from the audience.
A little talent show kind of thing.
Yeah, and they tell their jokes.
Yeah.
So they go up and they're hostile towards me, you know, oh my God. So every guy, it would be like he would use me as like the butt of the joke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, the guy would be going, okay, you know, they have a mic there in their hand.
Oh, that's what you're doing. Thank you, Norm. Thank you. And what would this be? Would this be a phone? Hello?
Sometimes this isn't a mic. It's on my job. But I don't know. So, the guy
should have loved that in Canada, for heaven's sake.
I should have used that. I wasn't that savvy at that point. But, so the guy's up there, he's got the mic, you know, and he goes like, he's using me, everybody, you know, it would be going like, okay, folks, here's the joke. Hey, what's your name again? Norm. There's this fruit Norm, you know, and they get a big laugh. And, so everybody would be abusing me more. Finally, this guy comes up, you know, drunk, you know, and he goes, hey, Norm, you know, and I go, yeah. He goes, well, you want to see my impression of a whale? You know, and I go, yeah, that'd be good, you know. And, so he has his beer, so he takes a big swig of beer, and then he, like, spits it up all over my face and my shirt and everything. I didn't even get it either till much later.
That's too bad.
It's the blowhole.
Yeah, of course, yes.
And the beer is the seawater.
Yeah, exactly.
So now I got stuff dripping over me. I have to give this guy the gift certificate, you know?
He won. Oh,
yeah,
that's
people went crazy. So then I'm depressed. I go in the corner. I'm playing Frogger, you know? I got water. I got beer. The beer was playing the water.
Yeah.
What a story, huh?
Have you been out doing stand-up? I know you're probably really busy with the show, but do you ever get to go out and do gigs?
Oh no, yeah, I've been off show business for a while, and I do the smoky nightclubs, you know. And recently, I was at a place, and a dude said, "Hey, would you mind going to this hospital, you know, to entertain, you know, the orderlies and the people in the hospital?" I thought that'd be a nice thing to do, you know, because I don't do a great deal of nice things. So, no, I do. I'm a very nice guy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we've read all about you.
So I go to the hospital, you know, and I'm driving to the hospital. The guy's driving me. I don't know how to drive, and I'm all happy.
I'm sorry. Wait a minute. You say you don't know how to drive?
I don't know yet, but I will. I'll learn. As my child approaches his 13th birthday, I feel I should soon.
Yeah.
So I go to the hospital, and the guy Sid Youngers that books this gig, he tells me, you know, you just talk to, you entertain for the orderlies and the staff and the patients, you know. And I get there, so the guy's driving me there, and looking for the hospital and everything, and we're getting close to the hospital, and all of a sudden I see like some barbed wire, right? And there's guards and everything, and there's a big giant sign that says State Hospital for the Criminally Insane. So now I'm being frisked and ID and everything, and I get in, and now I'm going, I don't even know if these people deserve a show, you know.
Well, if you can brighten anyone's day, I think it's a nice thing.
Yeah, but I don't want to brighten the day of somebody who slaughtered their family last week.
Yeah.
So I get in there, you know, and I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'll do it. I'm committed to doing it. I go, well, where do I perform? Like a cafeteria or something? Guy's like, no, we got a theater.
Oh, a theater.
A big theater in the State Hospital for the Criminally Insane. So I go in there. They go, the Statler brothers were here. So I go, all right. So I go in there, you know, and it's a beautiful theater, you know, and it fits like 1,000 people. And there's like 40 criminally insane guys in there. And I don't even know. I don't know what the rest of them are doing. And so I go, and then the guy introduces me, you know, and and he had like an old bio of me or something, I think, and but it was ridiculous introducing me to these guys.
Right.
And he was like, ladies and gentlemen, you know I'm from Evening at the Improv and George Schlotter's Comedy Club and all that. Norm MacDonald, you know, and there's nothing. They're all muttering criminally insane things to each other. And so I'm walking. I've never had this. I'm walking toward the mic, and I start getting heckled. Like before I'm
You're not even on stage.
Yeah, I'm like 15 feet from the mic, and I hear, "Nice shoes, bitch."
Oh, that's not good. That's not good.
So I go up and then just all kinds of insane things. One guy goes, "Where's the Statler brothers?" And then the other guy's like, "Yeah, what is with those shoes, bitch?" And I'm not even at the mic. I didn't even get to the mic yet. So I get there, and then as soon as I start talking, I start with my answering machine bit, you know? And you know that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, anyone have an answering machine? And they're like, "Go home! Go home!" They keep yelling.
Yeah.
So I just had it, and I said to them, I said, "Well, that's the beauty of it. I can."
And then you hit the road.
No, but listen, man. I'm not afraid of no monsters, you know? You know, we spend, when you think about it, man, we spend most of our adult life petrified of monsters, you know? And I'm just coming to I'm saying enough, man. You know? I'm not gonna live under the tyranny of these monsters that walk among us, you know? If they get me, they get me. And some of them I don't even know what's so scary about them. Like now they got a movie I seen, Wolfman, you know, which is very scary, right? A Wolfman, you know, they got a movie, and it's like a werewolf. I think it's exactly the same. I'm not sure. I haven't studied it close enough. But I believe, like, if a Wolfman came at you and stuff, you went, "Ah, werewolf," people wouldn't go, "Ah, it's a Wolfman, you idiot." But my point is this. I am not afraid of a wolfman or a werewolf because when you think about what they are, they're half man and half wolf. So therefore, I am only half afraid of them as I am of a wolf. And there's no movie called The Wolf. See, if you got a wolf man, half the time he's a man. You can reason with him. Yeah? You can sit down and have a cheese sandwich. But a wolf, man, you can't reason with a wolf. A wolf only wants to eat you. So I'm not afraid of a werewolf. I'm not afraid of ghosts. They don't scare me, you know? Not at all. I mean, I don't want to say I'm invulnerable to fear, but they simply don't frighten me. You know? First of all, what do? You know? They just go, "Ah," which that's not that scary to me. Yeah? And then they're invisible. They're like, "Ah," and you're like, "What?" You're invisible. You can put your hand through them. That kind of a person never frightens me. You know the kind of guys that frighten me? You ever meet those guys where you can't put your hand through them? I don't care for those fellas. But when I can put my hand through them, doesn't scare me in the least. This is how unscary they are. I was at a hotel a couple of weeks ago. In the lobby, they were saying they were bragging about there was a ghost in the hotel. You know, how scary can that be? You know what I mean? They're like, "Oh, every night, Mary with the blue dress." That was her nickname. She was murdered, and she hangs around the bed. You know what I mean? And she'll come over, and so beware, because Mary with the blue dress, which was her nickname, which was an odd nickname because you'd think her nickname would be Mary the Ghost. You know. When they came time to pick out her nickname, you know, I think they were like, "Oh." They go, "Hey, what do you notice about Mary that makes her distinctive? We got to come up with a nickname for her." I know she wears a lot of blue dresses. She seems to have an affinity toward blue dresses. You're talking about Mary, right? The transparent lady? So I would call her Mary the Ghost, and anyways. And all they seem to do is complain, these ghosts. You ever notice that? And I was like, I can't. Everything's wrong. They're never happy or nothing, you know? They're like, something bad happened to me. And if I don't get it cleared up, I have to travel all through the world in pain and sorrow, you know? And then I'm like, well, I do too. What the hell? At least you get to walk through walls and stuff. You get to do cool stuff. I think I'll have some more water. I love water.
Norm MacDonald and Chris Kattan have quite the history together at Saturday Night Live, and I'm not talking about some type of gay sexual escapades. I mean that for a period of time these two stars clashed heads and did not get along, and it made for an incredibly entertaining story that was circulated by comedy fans. But was it a real feud, or was it merely for our entertainment? In today's video we will be finding out what happened between Norm and Chris on Saturday Night Live, why they might not have liked each other for a period of time, and whether or not they ever buried the battle axe. So if that sounds interesting to you, then let's hop right into it. To begin with, these two alleged doghouse owners were on Saturday Night Live in the 90s. Norm was a cast member for 5 seasons from 1993 all the way up until 1998, while Chris Kattan was a cast member for 7 seasons from 1996 all the way up until 2003. This brought them in close proximity to one another for the 22nd and 23rd season of Saturday Night Live. Now I imagine with the stress and pressure that comes along with working on a show as massive and prestigious as Saturday Night Live, that sometimes you might see the worst in people, whether it be through a drug addiction or impulsive behavior. But according to Chris Kattan in the beginning, Norm did treat him respectfully. Then as time went on, Norm and Chris would start to get on each other's nerves a little bit. And Norm, being who he is, would eventually air his thoughts on who he believes Chris lies down in bed with.
Quick Norm story. Great quick Norm story.
Get Artie.
Well, Jim will appreciate that. They do a big Rolling Stone article about the Kansas City.
Ah, that was a great one, man.
They do a big Rolling Stone article about the cast.
I got
about
a good
the
one.
what? So the cast of Saturday Night Live.
Right, yeah.
And it's everybody kissing each other's ass. So they ask Norm about Chris Kattan. And it's after pages of, I've never seen someone do better character work. Norm's quote is, he seems gay to me. He goes, I've never met a guy who said he wasn't gay. He seems so gay. But I guess he says he's not gay, so whatever.
Hey. I love that. Now obviously this didn't seem like a huge deal at the time. If you're a subscriber of this channel, you're probably a pretty big Norm MacDonald fan, and him calling people gay to tease them was a pretty common occurrence. If anything, it's probably a sign that he's fond of you as a person. So at first, this doesn't seem like anything more than some banter between two star-crossed lovers, but then when Chris Kattan is asked about it on the Howard Stern show, we get some more details about the interactions between Chris and Norm.
What about Norm MacDonald? You're at war with him as well. You two don't like each other.
Warring with Norm?
Here's what Norm said.
Oh, good.
I got it for you.
Another one.
Chris and Norm MacDonald apparently hate each other. This is according to my notes. When Norm hosted Saturday Night Live, Chris did not appear on the show. I don't find him funny. What can I say? Never made me laugh. What happened between... First of all, I don't believe you're gay, are you? I know someone you dated.
No, I'm not gay.
Yeah, you did.
And he's certainly had to have laughed at you once or twice.
Right.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
a funny guy.
Right.
Well, that was the
I mean, your
Rolling
characters.
Stone
Some of your
article.
characters are effeminate, so maybe people will think you're
Right,
gay.
like Mango's, like, you know,
he's gay,
queer as day.
Right. So
and yeah.
So is Norm a homophobe? Is that the problem? He doesn't like gay characters?
I definitely think he has a problem with yeah.
But give me the history of this. I love feuds.
Well, let's see. When I first got on the show, he was so nice. He and Spade,
right,
were just like so nice, and then I don't know what happened. He just started. Like Garth Brooks was, we did like a pitch meeting, and he started saying things in the pitch meeting like, you don't want to do like Garth Brooks was a guest.
Yeah.
Was a guest. I was like, I'm sure you don't want to do another sketch. Like things like that. People would laugh.
Oh dear.
I was like, why is he saying why is it? And then it got kind of old. Like, Jesus, Norm, you're like another.
And it makes you inhibited in a writing meeting if someone's goofing on you every time you open up your mouth, right?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't care because I'm not gay. If I was like, you know, some gay guy going, I don't want anyone to know that I'm just
right. And so the gay jokes kept going and going and going.
Yeah, the gay jokes kept going and going.
And then you finally said, "Hey, I've had it with you, Norm."
Well,
Did you ever confront him?
A little bit, yeah, but it's like a playful thing. He says it's like a Jack Benny, Fred Allen, kind of a feud thing.
But you don't see it that way.
No, I think he's I don't know.
According to Chris, in the beginning everything was fine between them, but as they worked together more and more, they started to dick around and make fun of each other more. Norm even detailed that he didn't actually hate Chris or even dislike him, but that they had this little faux feud between them, similar to Jack Benny and Fred Allen, who were popular comedians who performatively clashed in 1936 on Fred Allen's radio show titled Town Hall Tonight. The feud did have a lot of funny moments though, like the story Chris Kattan tells about the time they sat next to each other on a plane.
We were on a flight together. We didn't plan on being together on the same flight. We were flying from LA back to New York to do Saturday Night Live, and it was a red eye, and he's behind me, and we're getting along, whatever. He's talking about crapping on women, or I don't know what he was talking about, something like that.
Yeah, something.
And it was funny because he was so loud,
right?
So everyone else could hear it. I just crap on this girl.
Yeah,
and I'm like, laughing,
right?
Because he's a funny guy.
Yeah.
And then I wake up, and because it's a red eye, and one of my shoes is missing. And I was like, "Where's my shoe?" And Norm's like, "Hey, you lost your shoe, huh?" And then he leaves, and I'm like so disoriented, and I'm the last guy in the flight looking for my shoe, and I just walk off the plane with one shoe, and all the stewardess is like, "You are funny."
Oh no! So he stole your shoe.
He stole my shoe,
and he's playing goofs on you. He's not respecting you.
Right.
Right.
And then I took his jacket on a really cold night, and his assistant called me at home, going, "I gotta get Norm's jacket. Please get me Norm's jacket." And she was like freaking out.
Right.
In addition to this goofy story, Will Ferrell actually told the ending to this story on Fly on the Wall with Dana Carvey and David Spade.
He's like, "Come on, give me back my shoes. I know you took them. I know." Norm's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." Kattan has to walk through JFK
with no shoes.
With no shoes, just in his socks. An entire season goes by, and then Kattan and Norm are jousting back and forth about something.
They used to joust a little
and
bit.
then Norm finally goes, "Oh yeah, and one other thing, I did take your shoes."
So this story is all well and good, but eventually on the Howard Stern show, Chris starts talking about how Norm wanted to be on the cover of the Rolling Stone magazine, but Artie Lang called in to mention how this narrative is untrue. Now, if Norm and Chris were on good terms, why would he feel the need to lie about this? The conversation that led to Artie calling in was when the previous caller mentioned how Jim Breuer had an issue with Chris while they worked on Saturday Night Live over accusations of a stolen idea.
Chris,
thank you.
Is it not true that Jim Breuer, your former cast member, had a problem with you as well?
I think at one point he thought I stole an idea from him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, man, there's so much infighting. You got to admit.
But that's it, though.
Really?
That's not much for like 6 years.
With a lot of the cast members, and I think with Chris, do you remember that Rolling Stone cover came out, and they only put certain members of SNL on the cover?
Yeah, that was a big deal.
Didn't that cause a lot of strife inside?
Yeah. I mean, Norm wanted to be. There's a big stink because he wanted to be on the cover
by himself.
Yeah.
Really?
No, I don't know if he wanted. No, he wanted to be
in that picture.
I don't know. He showed up later, and then he wanted to be. He wanted to stand in the middle of us.
And you said no.
Well, it was just like weird.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Why are you
like, who are you?
Right here? It's like my variety show.
Yeah, hey, Artie.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, no, I like Chris. I think he's funny. But what he said before about that Rolling Stone cover is wrong.
All right, go. Artie's going to defend Norm, I guess.
Norm represents.
You know, you might be wrong.
All right, go ahead.
No, it's just that Chris made it sound like Norm showed up begging to get on the cover of Rolling Stone.
Oh no, he wasn't begging. He was just like assuming he was on the cover with us. And
well, he was though.
I know he was.
But he wanted to stand in the middle as well.
No. They were begging Norm to do it, and he thought it seemed weird.
He didn't want to do it.
Right. He thought it seemed weird to stand in the middle of all you guys.
Oh, that's true.
They definitely wanted Norm to be on the cover because at the time, I mean, he was the funniest guy on the show. Howard, you've said that a million times.
I think Norm is hysterical.
He is. Ice already said that.
Yeah, and so does Chris.
As much as I love Chris Kattan and Night at the Roxbury, it seems like Artie did catch him stretching the truth here. So this was the inception of the little feud between Norm and Chris Kattan, but then the next time we heard about their feud was when Jim Breuer told the infamous story about the Twilight Zone sketch. He tells the story in this clip of him doing stand-up, but I prefer him telling the story on the Howard Stern show.
Pamela Anderson is on it. Every time a hot chick would come on, Kattan would go over the top to like, oh my God, you know, he'd write a sketch, we're gonna make out. And Norm is the guy who's got to go, imagine if you will. And Norm doesn't read sketches, and he's a pro. Right. So he would rehearse it and go, hey, imagine if you will, second time, and Kattan would go, oh my God, you don't even sound like him. Why would you do that? Now we go to air, and Norm still hasn't said nothing. Every time Kattan would say something to him, I'd look at Norm like, hey, man, you're my hero. What's up? Because if you're not going to say something, I will. Right. And sure enough, you know, he'd give me like a wink. I swear to you, he'd give me a wink. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Live air comes on, and I'm like, 20 seconds to the Twilight Zone sketch. He starts up again. Where Mike, the whole audience is listening, like, oh, God, Kattan. Norm, you better sound like, oh, God, Pamela, you're so hot. Norm, Pamela, I can't wait if you ever get rid of 10 seconds. Norm turns to Kattan. Right before he said, he goes, hey, Pamela, did Chris tell you he's gay yet? And he's got all this rage because he likes being gay. Everyone, why don't you just say you're gay and you wouldn't have all this anger and be a pester? 5 seconds! And you wouldn't have all this rage and try to interrupt everyone's sketch because you suck this week. And we're on! Imagine if you will. Like, there's my hero. There's my hero.
See, he knew to save it for the live air.
Saved it.
Now this made it seem like there may have been some type of strife between Norm and Chris, and maybe there was at the time. However, it seems like eventually they both let it go and moved on with their lives, because in 2011 they both were set on a project called Hollywood and Wine, and this video circulated of the two guys just jawing and flapping their gums, and everything seems cool between these two fellas.
You be the girl.
Jodie Foster?
Yeah, just say something.
Who recently came out, right?
Yeah, but don't put that.
I'm not plugging that.
Okay, so just say it like you're. I'm Hannibal the cannibal.
I'm Jodie Foster. I can't do Jodie.
No, just say any line.
Okay, Hannibal, you're terrible. What have you done to these innocent people?
Clarice, I don't know what you dream about, but I ate a guy.
That wasn't good at all. I thought I've never done it. Here's the problem: I've never done an impression of him.
Do one. Here's Jessica Biel from Flashdance.
Okay. So okay, Jessica. Yeah. Man, aren't you getting ready for your dance?
Yeah, I gotta go. I got a big thing tonight. It's like
Jennifer.
That much. My Jessica Biel and his Anthony Hopkins.
It was pretty close. They were pretty close.
So everything seems lighthearted and fun in this clip, which makes me think that there was never any type of feud between the two to begin with. It really supports that the feud between Chris and Norm was all for show, and that they probably thought highly of each other the whole time. Then later on in 2015, we got to see Norm do an interview with Huffington Post, where he was asked about Chris Kattan, and he makes a few jokes about Chris that seem to be completely absent of malevolence.
Well, Chris is a great guy, but he used to bring around women all the time to the show, you know. Big, tall women, you know. Big bruisers, you know. And he'd say, look, I'm heterosexual. I mean, he wouldn't say that out loud, but that's what that would be the caption on the picture in the New Yorker. Boy, those are funny.
So it was something related to his sexuality.
Maybe. But listen, if I call a person gay, that ain't no insult.
It's a good thing nowadays.
Yeah, if you say it's an insult, you're the homophobe, not me.
Correct. Supreme Court says so.
That's absolutely.
All right, this is so fucking funny. I hate to be a D1 glazer here, but Norm really was the funniest guy to ever live. I don't care what anybody says. Then 6 years later, Norm would die from cancer, and Chris Kattan would do an interview where he was asked about Norm and the relationship they had. He shared a lot of stories and insight as to why he had such a deep admiration for Norm as a comedian and as a cast member on Saturday Night Live. He even confirmed the idea that their feud was all for show, and Norm even said behind the scenes that there was no bad blood and that they teased each other for the entertainment of the audience and also fellow cast members, as we heard from Jim Breuer's story. He also detailed a story about making Norm laugh while he was doing Weekend Update, and also how Norm talked to Chris's mother for 10 minutes and they had a really wholesome conversation. With all of these words of high praise, it makes it abundantly clear that there was never any beef between these two fellas and that their iconic Saturday Night Live feud was all for show and entertainment. That being said though, it is really fun to look back at all the funny moments and stories between them and quote them to friends and in comment sections. If you guys want to leave some jokes about Chris Kattan and Norm in the comments down below, please do it, and also hype this video so more people can find it and get a good laugh for themselves. All in all, this was the truth about the iconic feud between Norm MacDonald and Chris Kattan on Saturday Night Live. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and if you're looking for more content right now, click the link on the screen to watch this video about Norm MacDonald where I tell you the entire history of his career in only 10 minutes. This video is great if you want to learn more about our favorite chunk of coal, and your time is extremely limited. Other than that, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. God bless.
That's so crazy. It's very strange. You like the point? No, yeah, that's nice, Norm.
The Norm and Friends tour.
Yeah, this is interesting. This is the most comedians I've ever had on at one time.
Yeah.
Not sure how this is going to work, but we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it, see?
Yeah, sure.
Now, first of all, Adam, I got to talk to you. You've been working with all these guys. You've been working with Norm probably... You've been working for him with him for a long time.
Yeah,
right?
we all have been. We all know each other as long, forever. Me and Spade and Schneider used to live all right across the street from each other since we're like 20 years old or something.
Right. There you go.
And Swartzen we don't know that well, but we got. Well, Normie. No, I think what he's bringing up was when me and Norm, when we did Billy Madison, I said I would tell him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So that's like the first time you guys worked together in a movie, right?
Yeah. Movie. I mean, it was the first.
That was our first movie.
Hey, we're right here, guys. We're right here.
Yeah. Yeah. So Norm and I did the movie, and Norm is. We didn't know each other's acting style. Yeah.
Right.
So me and Norm are best friends in the movie, and we're out at the pool. We're doing a pool scene. I'm Billy Madison, of course. So old Billy's gonna talk to you and Frank.
I played Frank.
You're going to turn and clarify everything with him?
I get nervous with Normie behind me. But so anyway, so I'm doing a scene with Norm at the pool, and I tell him, I say my line. I think I did it very well. And then I'm like, let me see how Norm, ping-pongs this line back. and so there was a little bit of a delay, and I was like, old Norm likes to take his time.
Yeah.
And then
maybe it's an acting technique,
maybe he's going deep for this. Yeah, right. And then I'm waiting a little longer, and I'm like, wow, he's really milking this one. And then a few more seconds, I noticed old Norm was sleeping. Right? Remember that?
I got
Yes, sir.
You fell asleep while the camera was rolling.
Well, they wanted me to play a drunk.
That's right. That's right.
And so I said, you got some booze?
No,
but also he called me Frank, and in my mind I was thinking, who the is Frank?
That's right. That's right.
Yes, Rob, you had something you wanted to add.
Conan, I just realized that I'm basically in the audience.
Now, David, let me ask you something. I understand that on this Here Comes the Funny tour, there's a group chat that you guys have engaged in. How's that going?
Well, obviously we all just make fun of each other, and Rob got a good one in on Adam, because Adam is not off limits. He really pretends to be one of the guys. And he says, hey, I'm fair game. But Rob goes, hey, Adam, when you do the show, you should tape it, and then you see where the jokes don't work, and then take those jokes out of your act and put better ones in. He goes, that's what I do!
By the way, I just want to say about the private jet, sometimes Adam's nice enough to actually let us go up front where he sits.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Hey. Now, Norm, it's an amazing lineup. How excited have the crowds been? Have they been excited?
They've been incredible. You know, every city we go to, this is what I see my duty.
Why do you talk like an old Civil War general? Why? We're gonna take that ridge, I tell you. We're gonna get on our horses, see, and go up that ridge. And we're gonna drive those Yankees all the way back to Boston.
I just think a comedy engine that powerful takes some time to rev up.
That's right, Eddie.
Tell us about those crowds you've been seeing, Norm.
Well, I during the day I hit the streets like with a sandwich board and try to get people out. And I was in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah. Denver, sure.
And the guy says, "You're doing a show here." I said, "Yeah, where? The big auditorium." He goes, "How do you get to play the big auditorium?" I said, "I'll tell you, it's not just me. It's David Spade will be there, and Nick Schwartzen too." Well, by God, the fella said, "They're from the Sandler movies. They're fantastic. I'd pay anything. It's just I don't have much money. I'm down on my luck." I says, "I can get you tickets. I can get you tickets, sir." He goes, "It'd be a dream of a lifetime." I said, "Well, if you think that's a dream, wait till you hear this. Adam Sandler will be there himself." My God, the guy said, "I'll bring me and my wife too. Is that all right?" I said, "Sure. I'll get you 2 tickets." He says, "What time's the show?" I said, "It's at 8 o'clock. I said, "Also, Rob Schneider's there." He said, 8 o'clock's not good. That's when the news is on."
Let me just say, Norm. Let me just say, I think it was a bathroom break in the middle of that joke.
Yeah.
Also, no, it's my job on tour. Let me just say this: is to introduce all these wonderful comics,
he's a great
and to make sure to find wherever Norm has run off to.
Yeah. Now, Norm, you have a theory, apparently, that it's very famous for difficult people to bomb on
It's
stage.
very famous for difficult people to bomb. What are you, on acid?
Sorry, I'm channeling your old Bob Dole character. You've said it's very difficult for famous people to bomb. That's what I meant to say.
You're actually more articulate when you're not reading off a blue card.
I lost the will to live a long But you know what I just realized? You should be sitting in the background of every show on television, just spouting shit the whole time.
David Spade and I have had a hell of a time. Well, he's been a good man to me, I'll tell you that.
When we get home at night, we all get to this hotel, and then when we walk up, me and Norm are on the same floor, and then separate from Adam, and then we go up, and then Norm goes, "Hey, want to cruise in for a while?" But I'm sort of the biggest puss in the tour. I always go to bed early. I go, "Nah, I'm gonna crash, and probably take a bath, just crash." He goes, "You can take one here, and we get some food." I'm like, "No thanks, Cosby. I'm just gonna." And he goes, "Nah, come on in." He goes, "We'll order food. We'll have some fun. We'll talk, play games." I go, "I wish a chick would ever do this in my life." So I go, "I'm just gonna cruise." He goes, "All right." And then the next day he goes, he's with everyone. He goes, "Last night, Spade, I ordered all this food for him, and he blows me off." I go, "I told you I didn't want to eat food." He goes, "Oh, okay, this guy thinks I'm made of money. I'm not getting paid shit on this."
Yeah, we all have a Norm impression. My favorite is that we were in Colorado at the same time.
Yeah.
Hey, you had legal marijuana here. Yeah, and it's not like California where you need like a marijuana license. You know, you gotta have a reason for medical marijuana, like Tuesdays make me sad.
What was that?
Is it legal on a talk show host? I mean, on a talk show, I'm being like...
I know.
Maybe
you need a blue card there, old man.
Is it legal for a fellow guest to rape my act for an anecdote?
You tell us, Cosby.
We haven't heard from Nick Schwartzen.
Yes,
Yeah,
Nick.
what about Nick?
Nick, what do you got? How are you enjoying the tour?
My favorite, going back to that text thread, and it was the last show at Mohegan Sun, and we were exhausted, and so we all slept in. And I woke up at 11 a.m. and Norm had texted everybody at 8 a.m. He goes to, yeah, it was. And he go, hey, anybody want to get breakfast? And we were all asleep. We were tired. And we all woke up at like 11, and then I text everybody. I'm like, hey, does anybody want to get breakfast? People are like, yeah, let's go eat. And then Norm got mad at me for like 2 days. He was like, I had the idea for breakfast. He goes, you took my idea for breakfast. I thought of that 6 a.m. I thought of that first.
That's my idea. Breakfast is from my act.
These showbiz folks get up. These showbiz folks get up late.
Yeah, all right.
I get up early. I get up so early, I wake up the rooster.
Okay.
We'll be